everybody. Welcome. Hello. It's time for the Steel Toe Evening Show. I hope you're ready. I'm very excited about this one. Oh, I've been getting messages from people. I love this whole moving up slowly but surely in the YouTube world thing. You get messages from people that you watch, and they tell you like, ooh, so-and-so was talking about you. You going to talk about this? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. You get other people writing you. I got so many Red Bar fans that became fans of this show after he told them not to listen to us, and going, oh yeah, they put your clip of you talking about Sven and Sven's shit talking about Red Bar. They put that up on Red Bar's Facebook group, and boy, did that not make the cult followers happy. I love shit like that. I absolutely love it. Then Frank Pellegrino, Chrissy Mayer's. I keep saying husband. I think it's boyfriend. Doesn't matter. He sent me a message. This was my favorite one I got today. Chad Zumock clearly knows who you are. Chad Zumock apparently not very happy with the Steel Toe Show, but expressing it in classic Chad Zumock fashion. Remember, Chad Zumock and Tony Michaels, the dribblers. You got the dabblers and the dribblers. The dribblers, Tony and Chad, do the same thing. They do this thing where they go, oh, what's their name? I don't really know. And then they proceed to tell you everything about that person. I love it. It is the most see-through thing. I don't understand why you bother yourself lying like that. Like, why not just liberate yourself and go, hey, there's these two fuckheads on this show called The Steel Toe Show. I fucking hate them. They were talking shit about me the other day. They're pieces of shit. But these goofballs like Chad Zumock, they want to downplay what they know. So it's clear that you've bothered them, but they don't want you to know. Like, they play this mind game in their own head that the rest of us aren't playing. So while he's sitting here trying to do mental gymnastics about how he should talk about us or someone else, we're sitting here just busting his balls, having a great time. So Chad Zumock mentioned us in his last podcast. We'll get to that later today towards the overtime period. There's some new Opie stuff in the overtime period tonight. And apparently, a lot of you on Friday morning really liked those two from the Great Indoors, the people who go to like shitty buffets and review them. So I just grabbed their whole catalog of buffet reviews, and we could go through some of those as well. So I've got a very fun show planned for you tonight, not to mention the death of G4, James Corden getting banned from a restaurant, Herschel Walker paying for abortions, and George Floyd's family threatening to sue Kanye. So, I mean, for a show that's, in my opinion, pretty multifaceted, we're going to be spreading it around today. That's for sure. Welcome to the program. I want to throw some thank yous out there. Cody with $10 over on PayPal. There's the PayPal link in the chat. I got to figure out how far ahead we are. Holy shit. I think we're $30 in already. So 270 away from tonight's goal. Wow, thank you guys. Great start. Really, really appreciate that. Let's throw out the thank yous where they're due. Crack Babies with $10 says, let's go chat. Denise renewing her membership for a 6-month. Balls Deep with $10 says D's Bits. And again, thank you to Cody over there on PayPal with the $10. Guys, 270 away already as we start the show. That is great news. Of course, we couldn't promise you overtime today on the morning show because we had the kids' conferences, which went very well. And we had to cut out like 10 minutes early. So the fact that we missed the goal by about 170 this morning is, I think, completely on us. The fact that we couldn't deliver. My thing is, if the audience is going to support the show, then they expect a certain thing for it. If we tell them ahead of time, look, we can't fulfill, the parameters of the agreement, makes sense that they wouldn't pay up. I totally get that. I understand it. I would have felt like a bag of shit if I wouldn't have mentioned the 9:50 end time until after you guys knocked out overtime. That would have that's too gross. Well, what do you say? Should we get through the chat and then start the show? April says, nice shirt. Sorry about the long poo. Yeah, I wish you'd get off the toilet. I mean, you're going to get bed sores for Christ's sake. Lando Walker says Frank Pellegrino is Chrissy's fiance now. Oh, well, congratulations. World's Worst Artist says Chad is so un-Chad. Oh, you won't believe how un-Chad Chad is. We have a clip of him today. on his show talking about our buddy Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, and the way Chad shit-talked Carl, and I wish this were a joke. He told Carl, Chad did, that Chad was in the cool group in high school. I know what you're saying. Aaron, you're kidding. You're exaggerating now. I wish I were. I wish I were exaggerating, but Chad Zumock defended himself from criticisms that all of us have been giving him lately by saying that he was one of the cool guys in high school. Oh my God, is that painful? We'll get to all that a little bit later on this morning. Ryobi says, Bubba the Love Sponge told me to give my money to Steel Toe, so I did. LOL, awesome move, Sponge. Wait, you gave us money? Thanks, pal. Lando says, Zumock gives off angry gym teacher energy. I said this about Zumock way back when the Dabblers were trying to pitch him as like, hey, look, another guy shitting on Stuttering John. You can go back like a month and a half ago to a video we did on Chad. Frank Pellegrino said, I got the ball rolling on this. I think Carl did. But we watched that Chad thing where he was trying to jump in on the Stuttering John stuff, and we were one of the first ones to go, don't embrace this guy. He is Stuttering John. This guy is not, he may have been a cool kid in high school, but this ain't the cool kids table. We're kind of the outcast table, just kind of throwing spitballs at people. As Chad doesn't belong here. He's a pretender. He's a wannabe. He's that kid. If he's a person in high school, if we can compare him to a high school person, it would be that person who pretended to be everything that everyone in that group was. Like, depending on what friend group he was hanging out with, that's the way he dressed and behaved. That's where Chad's at. In life, in general. Taste Fairy says, ROTC had to take down their stream today for showing Kanye talking about the Jews. Careful, Aaron. They chose to do that. What I understand is that Nori took down his podcast with Kanye because of the George Floyd stuff, because George Floyd's family, and we'll talk about this in a little bit. Excuse me again. I swallowed spit wrong. Fucking broadcaster for how many years, and I can't figure out how to swallow my own spit. Hold on. A little Zevia. I'm having a very gay day. There we go. So what I understand is that Nori took down the interview because of Kanye's talk about George Floyd, because George Floyd's family threatened to sue Kanye. So I think that's what's going on. We'll see if YouTube comes to me and says, hey, we don't like this shit that's on your show from Monday morning. I'll take it down. I got no problem with that. I'm not about to lose my channel over what I think is some great battle over free speech. No thanks. Oh yeah, hamburger steak. There's way more great indoors. There's a ton of that shit from those people. I think you'll enjoy it. Put it that way. Let's continue on here. Let me skip ahead. Dad says, I was one of the cool kids, but that's where I peaked. Yeah, I think Chad won't admit that part. Rupert with $9.99 says, do the uncool Negan thing, but un-Chad. Oh, I'm sorry. That is so un-Chad. So un-Chad. You have no fucking idea how un-Chad that fucking shit is. You're going to be up to speed in just a minute. There you go, Rupert. Anything for a buck, I guess, in this case. 265 away from tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. Remember, if we bury that goal, we do an extra half hour of content for you at the end of the show. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you'd like to do it that way. Otherwise, super chats and memberships count. It's also pinned to the top of the page. Great start, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Gay day. How much to eat a banana into the microphone obnoxiously? Now, look, I'm not having that gay of a day. I'll tell you how gay. I'm back on Zevia now. I didn't realize how much, this is going to sound gay. I forgot how much Zevia makes you burp and like fill up, and like it's a very bloaty kind of a soda. But then also, our daughter and April were sitting at the table making bracelets today, and April picked me up, or made me a purple, gold, and white bracelet, and Vikings colors. And I just realized as I was starting the show that I had never taken the bracelet off. So I'm wearing a bracelet tonight. It's, again, I just feel like I'm kind of having a gay day. It's all right. You know what? It'll pass. Or it won't, and then I'm gay. Either way, I think I can live with it. Why Do I Podcast says, April's always pooping. It's becoming a workplace dependency issue. Now that you bring it up, I think we can address it now. It is becoming a bit of a dependency issue. If I may. It's just, I don't like to air my dirty laundry live here on the show, but it's becoming a problem. Hamburger Steak says, are your kids doing well in school, or are they destined for a career in broadcasting? They're both doing wonderful. One of them's in kindergarten. If you're in kindergarten and your reviews aren't good from your teacher, it means you I don't know, you eat your own shit at that point. I mean, you got to be doing well in kindergarten. We all start out kind of in the same spot there as far as kindergarten goes. No Pen 15 Fathead says, we're all a bit gay at heart. Oh, see? Rupert says, my bracelet is not gay. It's adorable. Okay, well, look, I'm not gay then. I mean, I was trying to put myself in the gay kind of universe, if you will, but you guys wouldn't allow it, so fine, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Pooping on the clock is the smart thing to do, says Mr. Nobody. All right, I think we're caught up. Let's get some news into your guys' brains, and then we'll start making fun of people. How's that sound? Well, I guess this first story is talking about the news and making fun of people at the same time. You know how we talked about how Frosk was let go from G4 after they did their big layoffs about, what was that, a month ago? Not even. Maybe 3-4 weeks ago. G4 just started gutting the place. Well, G4 is officially shut down. Comcast has shut it down. I honestly don't believe that the new G4 made it a year. I don't think they made it 1 year. G4 TV's revival is unfortunately coming to an end less than a year after it relaunched, as Comcast is pulling the plug on the network behind such series as X-Play, Attack of the Show, and more. As reported by Deadline, Comcast Spectator Chairman and CEO Dave Scott penned a letter to all employees saying G4 is being discontinued immediately. Do you know how bad you have to suck to be discontinued by a company like Comcast? That means to take everybody and pay them for the next 6 to 10 months is cheaper than the money they were losing keeping it on the air. Because all these employees have deals with Comcast where if you sit out and you don't do anything, you don't work, they will pay you. And I think the deal I heard from G4 was about 6 months. So they will take cash, Comcast will take cash out of their pocket, pay off everybody 6 months of wages to not go to work. That's how shitty G4 was. That's how much of a failure G4 was. They're now taking 6 months worth of everyone's pay and giving it to people so they don't show up for work anymore. It's remarkable. That is one of the greatest failures ever. And Just a Dabbler puts it great in the chat. Great moment in woke history. It's exactly what happened. This thing came back. There was a little bit of excitement. Obviously, it was never going to be what it was before because the way people watch stuff isn't the way it used to be. I remember when an episode of The Walking Dead did 20-some million viewers. You'll never see 20-some million viewers on a live television program again unless it's like the Super Bowl or something like that, because people go to so many different places and watch things differently now. You'll never get those people all at once. So G4 was never going to get Olivia Munn era numbers or anything like that. But they came back to respectable numbers. The audience was, a chunk of them came back. Then Frosk. Honest to God, guys, you can draw a straight line from that Frosk sexism in gaming rant that came out of nowhere because she was having a bad day. You can draw a direct line from that to, I think it was, they said 70% of the audience dropped off immediately after and never came back. And it only went down from there. So in the classic Go Woke, Get Woke, Go Broke, it put G4 right in that column with everybody else because they got rolled over by Frosk. Frosk bitten, if you will, as some people have said. So they're done. G4 is over with. They've been losing money. They've been cutting people. Didn't even make it to a year. November 16th, 2021, G4 relaunched, and they couldn't make it to that 1 year anniversary. I mean, No big deal. I mean, if they would have made it to that 1 year anniversary, I'm sure you wouldn't have seen a lot of the people who started there anyway. So they'd all been let go. So sorry, G4, done. Brought it back. Hired some. They wanted to get away from that image that the women weren't eye candy. Well, did you get what you bargained for, G4? How'd that work out for you? Because in the modern age of Twitch and all that stuff, people aren't really interested in tits with their video games. Way to read the room, guys. I mean, really, way to read the room. The only thing these guys watch anymore in terms of gamer shit is either like some twink with an accent or some chick with her tits out. That's it. Or some mousy 6.5 that they think they have a shot with. That's pretty much what the gamer era is into at this point. Yeah, but she's kind of funny and she's got a personality. PH Header says, yeah, IGN kind of took the viewers. Right. Standalone Cakecorn says, belligerent lesbian ruined something. Didn't see that coming. You can kind of look at Frosk and you can just see the void of humor. You can look at a Frosk and you can go, wow, I can promise you nothing interesting, edgy, or funny is coming out of that face. A lot of anger, a lot of vitriol. She'll definitely tell you what she doesn't like, but I don't see a lot of fun coming out of there. End of the World says the G4 thing is hilarious. Oh, I loved it. When I saw that news today, I was so happy. Because you talk about companies that go out of business and you're like, oh man, they had a good product. They didn't deserve that. But then you look at a G4 and it goes out of business and you go, you know what? It feels like but for a day, the universe has completely righted itself in terms of this G4 deal. I'm happy about it. Just a Dabbler says you can see the rage in Frosk. Oh, yes, absolutely. You look at a Frosk and you go, oh, fuck. You get that tense feeling in your shoulders and you just go, whatever this is, it's about to yell about something. It's about to be angry about something. I don't know what it is. We can take bets on what the thing might be, but she's going to be angry. She's going to be upset, and somehow it's going to be my penis's fault. And they kind of nailed that one. PH Header says, world's worst artist called it G4 permafrost. I like that too. We've all got cute catchphrases for the corpse that is G4. Triple N says she's on her period 365 days a year. Incorrect. I believe the 1 week time where that whole cycle is, getting into its intensity. That's the only time she's probably pleasant. Like people look forward to her period because they're like, oh, thank God. Nobody can hold up that amount of rage for that long. It's like a teapot. There's got to be a vent or the whole thing's just going to bust. Just right at the seams. Who knows? Maybe that's what that rant is. She plugged herself up so goddamn watertight that she just... Again, all of these working theories. Working theories. Why Do I Podcast says, just be honest with us. She left you, right? I'm starting to think so. I thought she was coming back, but maybe she did leave me. I don't know. Maybe I fired her. I love how nobody thinks that's the case. Everyone's like, she left. She left. Nobody thinks I have the balls. Just go, no, you know what? I told that bitch to hit the bricks. I actually told her to do a 24-hour stream or I'd murder her dogs. I'm sorry, guys. We put our Amaranth clip up today because I thought it might get some traction from some people that weren't our normal audience. It's doing jack shit. I don't think the YouTube world cares about the Amaranth story. I might have overvalued what they thought about that. But you got to put that shit up there sometimes. It can't be all Tony Michaels, Stuttering John, Chad Zumock. I like to throw an Opie out there, a Hassan Piker, a Brendan Schaub, stuff like that. So we threw in the Amaranth thing today. It didn't work out that well. What do you do? Before we get on to the next thing, let me let you know real quick. 265 away from our goal. Here's how it works on the evening shows. If we can knock it under 200 by the halfway point, we're usually in a pretty good spot. And also, we add 30 minutes onto the end of the show if we hit that goal. So 265 away right now. There's the PayPal link in the chat. Super chats and memberships count as well. World's Worst Artist says, Aaron really said Amaranth was lying or something. I didn't watch. No, I just think there's more going on there. I definitely think she's nuts. There's something wrong with her. There's something wrong with him. and we're just watching a relationship completely fall apart. And when it gets really bad, this is what two people might do. I mean, the only problem is these things are supposed to be private. People are supposed to be expressing these things to each other away from other people, because if you do it in front of other people, they tend to think you're fucking insane. You know, they don't put it in the frame of reference that is they're having a bad time, their marriage is falling apart, their lives are being upended, and they're just, they're having a rough go of it right now. You stream it, you invite it to everybody, you invite everybody to it, and then we all have an opinion. I saw that stupid fuck DSP today going, now is not the time to talk about this. Now is not the time to discuss this. We should respect her privacy. She doesn't fucking respect her privacy. She's throwing this shit out there for everybody to watch and consume. If you're going to throw it out in front of me, I'm going to talk about it. I don't give a shit about your privacy if you don't give a shit about your privacy. So, when it comes to stuff like this, there's two parties. They both have their takes on it, and I'm sure they've both done some fucking up. As far as him and the money, I think that's on both of them. If she let him control their money, I don't know how much stupid you can fit into one person. That's just remarkably idiotic. You go in, the problem is, if you have a joint account, that's fine because you're married. But the minute that shit starts, you call a lawyer. The lawyer calls a judge. They get those accounts locked so nobody can empty the bank accounts. There are fail-safes against this stuff. But when you're a ditzy titty streamer and all you do is shake your tits and guys throw millions of dollars at you, you don't have this frame of reference. You don't have this knowledge that basic people have. So, I don't know. The whole Amaranth thing, it sounds like a lot of people making beds and now having to sleep in it, is what it sounds like to me. Wydat says she aired her phone call. Right. I mean, respect privacy. Fuck you. I mean, if you're going to put your private phone calls out there, I'm listening. Shitty Imposter Syndrome says, I don't completely believe her due to this. And then he says censorship. Oh, the clips in yeah, that was kind of weird to me as well. And then when that one person said, what did they said to her, like, did you take your meds today? And she went, why would you ask me that? And then cut the stream off. That sounded like Wydat saying it sounds like half a work. I don't know if it's a work, but I definitely think we're hearing one side of a two-sided story. I think there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. Grow Shadow says, how the hell do I even make money? Shoot talking big by the world banks. Whoa, big. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what that was supposed to be. All right, 265 away from our goal tonight. Let's see if we can knock that out. Everybody chips in a little bit. We'll have it knocked out in no time. What are we at? 265, get under 250 by 7:30, get under 200 by 8 o'clock, and we should be well on our way to overtime. We are starting the week off behind. We lost it by 170 this morning. That kind of smarts, but what are you going to do? We'll knock it out tonight, and we'll be back on track. If you want to become a Steel Toe VIP, that $250 in a week gets you all three of our t-shirts, the Steel Toe hoodies, which, people are still getting their VIP packages today. They're very happy about them. They love the hoodie the most. The 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, and also you get 2 tickets to every live event we do. You get free entry into a $100 drawing every month, and when we come out with new merch every year, you get a free copy for yourself to claim. That's the VIP program at the Steel Toe Morning Show / Evening Show, I suppose. But all right, 265 away from that goal. Let's see if we can knock that out this evening. Oh, I love seeing shit like this. James Corden. Not only is he the least funny human being in entertainment, not only has he lost his nightly comedy show, but apparently he's also a complete fucking dickhead behind the scenes. I love that. When I heard that Ellen was a raging bitch who yelled at her staff, I went, you know what? Good. Ellen's been in show business for decades. She's paid her dues. She's the queen of daytime talk. I like that she's, winging some staplers at people's heads. But when I found out James Corden was such a dick that they're banning him from restaurants in New York City, that makes me so happy. Because I know he's not going to have the balls to be an Ellen DeGeneres because his staff could probably all beat him up. But I love that he is such a prissy little cunt that the restaurant takes a multi-millionaire and just goes, hey, you, get the fuck out of here. He's like, excuse me, I am a very famous whatever. Why don't you also, before you leave here, just admit to us you're gay? No one's going to be upset with you, and nobody's going to be surprised. Just say it. Repeat after me. I'm gay. You like doing show tunes any chance you get. Why don't you just say it? James Corden might be Mr. Nice Guy on camera, but according to one restaurant owner, the dude's been incredibly nasty on more than one occasion while dining. Oh, this could just be he eats with his mouth open all the time. Oh, he just shovels so much in there that, he has to unhinge his jaw to fit it all. The Late Late Show host was in the crosshairs of restaurateur Keith McNally, who now is my favorite restaurateur in New York. Anyone who kicks out James Corden immediately moves to the top of my list. Who owns the highly acclaimed Balthazar in New York City, who went on the attack Monday on Instagram, calling James Corden a cretin of a man, I love that insult, for what he claims was abhorrent behavior at his establishment. Oh, shit. He's got multiple reports on this guy. In June, James Corden was here on table 61. Although this is diabolical, it happens very occasionally in all restaurants. After eating his main course, Corden showed the hair to Balthazar manager G, who was very apologetic. Corden was extremely nasty to G and said, quote, get us another round of drinks this second and also take care of all of our drinks so far. This way, I write any nasty reviews in Yelp or anything like that. Oh, what? So he's that kind of guy. There's a hair in your food, which is disgusting. They'll comp it for you. You'll get a new plate. Don't worry. They'll take care of it. They always do. But he's like, take care of all our drinks and get us some more drinks right now. And then I won't write a nasty Yelp review. Bro, people already think you're gay. And now you're going to pull like a 39-year-old, shoulder-length haired mom move on the fucking poor waitstaff. It's always nice when the people that you think are giant pieces of shit really are giant pieces of shit. Oh, it's so satisfying. Manager's report number 2. James Corden was at Balthazar with his wife on October 9th for brunch. He spelled beard wrong. He asked for a table outside. Brunch maitre d' Allie Wolters took the party to table 301. Mr. Corden's wife ordered an egg yolk omelet with cheese and a salad. A few minutes later, they received the food. James called their server, MK, and told her there was a little bit of egg white mixed with the egg yolk. Oh, so this guy is a proper cunt. Excuse me, there's a little bit of egg white in the egg yolk omelet. Oh, God, I just take my finger and I go, there, got it, shut up. Oh, I hate this guy. MK informed the floor manager, G, the kitchen remade the dish, but unfortunately sent it home with fries instead of salad. Shit, sounds like a win to me. Sounds like you got to ditch a salad and get some fries. That's when James Corden began yelling like crazy to the server, saying, you can't do your job. You can't do your job. Maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelet myself. Well, please do if you don't eat it first, fatso. And who made you fucking Gordon Ramsay? God, I didn't think I could hate this guy more. Then to find out he's a prick to the servers. It's not even the servers who fucked up. It's the cooks, probably because they hated you. I hope they're spit in it, too. I do. MK was very apologetic and brought G over to the table. He returned to the dish, and after that, everything was fine. He gave them promo champagne glasses to smooth things out. G said that Corden was pleasant to him, but nasty to the server. MK was very shaken, but professional that she is, continued to finish her shift. McNally alleges that James was incredibly abusive to his staff on at least 2 occasions while eating there. So much so, in fact, he felt compelled to out him publicly, something that's almost never done by high-end restaurant owners. That tells me 2 things, because high-end restaurant owners don't want to rat on famous people. It might cost them more famous people business. So it tells me 2 things about this whole deal. Number 1, we've got a guy who's such a prick that you can call him out and feel comfortable that the rest of Hollywood won't rise up against you. And number 2, that they must know that enough people hate this fucking guy that if they call this famous person out, everybody's going to understand. It's got to be the case. Orange Boy with $9.99. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. $2.55 away from tonight's goal. Thank you very much. Let's keep that going, guys. Thank you so much. Let's keep the momentum up. There's April.
Hello.
Oh, by the way, guys, we got the fly swatter today. I get the fly swatter, and now I can't see that damn fly.
Dude, I saw him upstairs. He's on the kitchen floor.
I killed one today. Starting to get really cold out here, and when you open the door to let the dog out, they all just fly in as fast as they can.
They fly in?
Yeah, because they're flies. Yeah. World's Worst Artist says James Corden take a shit on that guy's restroom floor. Okay. F him. He needs a spit burger. I would have loved to see that. That would have been great. Ian Undercover says Zumock is live with Unique. Ooh.
No way. Really? I would actually be excited to see that.
That's fascinating. Yeah, but what time is it? Is Unique still...
Unique's on. He just went on.
But is he still coherent is what I'm asking.
Go on here, compound meeting. I think you could say that.
I don't see any Zumock.
Some personality.
All you need.
That's all you need.
I'll fucking kill you, you fucking...
Jesus.
I don't mind that headband.
You...
I don't hear
in
any...
Japan, motherfucker.
Did we get lied to?
Ooh.
I don't hear any Zumock.
Well, I achieved the amount.
Does he talk about it out in public?
I don't... did he have Zumock on for like a
Their
minute?
business model was stuttering John and nobody.
39-minute mark Chad call. Yeah, I don't think he was on Unique.
He goes, because I get no fucking views. So, are they doing it? Beyond me.
Played out.
Is that him?
Oh, okay, so he is on
It
there.
is.
I love
No,
this.
surely you got in on the fucking thing. There's currently 20 podcasts shitting on Stuttering John, who's a nobody.
Yay!
I do not do Stuttering John videos because I get no fucking views. So,
Well, that's where you and I differ, sir.
Tiny bit.
beyond me.
Played out.
Besides, Kyle's the Brendan Schaub guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's not really the Stuttering
Did you just
John
hear
guy.
Chad? Oh, it's played out.
You know what? That's funny because Chad wanted to get in on the Stuttering John stuff, and then I started busting his balls, then everyone else went after him talking about what a fucking piece of shit he is and how he's just grifting. And now he's doing the Chad thing where he goes, oh yeah, it's played out. It totally sucks. Because you couldn't get in, you stupid
He
fuck.
missed it. He missed the party.
Oh, what a douche.
Oh.
Talk your shit for a minute.
Played out.
Ask Chad about the credit
Yeah,
cards.
talking in the mirror shot, the floor is yours.
Yeah, people are just shit-talking him in Kyle's chat, too.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk.
Spit it out, Kyle.
He wants Chad to fucking talk, and Chad
I
won't say
know.
anything. This is incredibly awkward.
What good is having somebody on if you're not going to talk?
Chad is supposed to be a radio guy, and he can't even do basic broadcasting.
He's probably sitting there reading the chat.
Yeah.
Chad. Oh my God.
Is Chad just not saying anything?
I guess. Nigga, talk.
I fucking love Kyle.
He really is the best.
Ugh.
He does say that word clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad.
Is Chad stupid? Well, I mean,
Talk for a second.
it's just dead air.
It's dead air with that
Why is
slurring.
he not talking? Did he die?
I hope so. That'd be
Maybe.
great if Chad died on Kyle's show.
Dude, his response.
This is not going well.
Did he Pat Dixon him?
No, he'd have to show up and punch him in the face. Then.
No, I think Pat Dixon hung up on him.
Oh, that's right. No, Pat hung up on him because Kyle was being a dick.
I know.
Back to this.
Right now, things are up in the air.
So I guess, what, Chad's phone ran out of minutes? Is he on a prepaid? What's the deal?
And Kyle's just sitting there.
Talk.
I can't.
Fuck. I could hear him say talk.
You and I were listening to Kyle the other night at the same time in different places and just
Yeah.
texting each other like, can you believe this guy?
Oh my God.
He
It
needs
was
a translator.
It was last Thursday night. I remember it. He was talking about the Brennan Gino thing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, holy shit. Like, I get worried about Kyle sometimes.
I do too. He seems like he's not in the best health.
I listen to Kyle's streams sometimes. And I like him. I really do. I think what he does is very funny.
Yeah. Yes.
And but he gets so drunk and he gets so slurry on his streams to the point where in the back of my mind, I know he's going to be okay, But then also there's a part of me that goes, maybe tonight's the night. Like, did he go one too far?
Even when you're drunk enough that you're puking, you don't slur like that. You're very clear about what you're saying.
That's why I keep saying, like, there's got to be something else going on there.
It almost seems like a drug.
Yeah.
Maybe that slowed you down big time.
Thank you very much to Samuel, $10 over there on PayPal. We appreciate that a ton, buddy. And that puts us 245 away from tonight's goal. So that is not our Chad Zumock coverage for today. Chad mentioned us on his last show. Very excited. Happy Gilfmore, very obsessed with how much I've mentioned the goal today. Well, I'm sorry, bud. We started off the week behind. My apologies. I'll find another job then, and I won't do this anymore. Sorry, Happy Gilfmore. Jesus, stop being a prick, or I'm going to have to let you go. I like you, buddy. Don't be a douche. He says, hey, now we can put the goal on her forehead. I don't know what your obsession is with it, dude. We're going to mention it for 10 seconds, and we can do it a lot quicker if you just don't be a dick about it. We just mention it for 10 seconds and then move on. And now you pissed off Rain. He says, don't you dare touch April's forehead.
That Happy Gilfmore guy does not like it when I'm here.
Oh, he doesn't? Okay.
No.
Well, Happy Gilfmore, try to be
I don't know what I did.
Do me a favor, bud. Try to enjoy yourself. Like I always say about people who are negative in the chat on this show, everyone else in the chat and on the show seems to be having a good time. So when you're not having a good time, you kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
Like my forehead.
Like April's forehead. Yeah, you stick out like April's forehead. Elias with $4 says one step closer to the goal. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that very much. There's all the links in the chat. All right, Happy Gilfmore. Can we move on now? You seem plenty ashamed. The Herschel Walker thing. I keep on this Herschel Walker thing because this one and the Pennsylvania Senate race are two Senate races where I feel like it's so R versus D. It's so like generic Republican versus generic Democrat that the actual human beings running do not matter.
Sure. Okay.
Like they could both come on and just start shouting the N-word. Then it wouldn't matter because it's R versus it's R versus D. So like that Fetterman, we played that clip this morning of him going like, send me to Washington so I can work or so I can fight against and I can work to work.
I can work to work.
And you're just like, I don't know what the fuck that guy just said. By the way, thank you, Happy Gilfmore, for the $4.99. I knew we were pals. I knew you just needed to calm down a little.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. 240 away from today's goal. So anyway, Herschel Walker recently got accused by a woman of paying for her abortion years ago. I think this was like 2000, like 20 years ago or something like that.
It's a weird
or
allegation.
2008, somewhere around there. Well, 2009, that's what it was. A 2009 abortion. And the allegation came out, he denied it. He said, I did not pay for that woman to have an abortion. Well, they did some digging. And they did find that Herschel Walker did send a check for $700 to that woman.
Well, it's about the same.
Wait a minute. Now, since nobody writes for your abortion in the memo line of a check, we can only assume that Herschel Walker sent her that $700, which is roughly about the cost of an abortion.
Sure is.
I mean, I've paid for 8 or 9 in my day. I know how much they cost.
I've had 7.
You've had 7. I've paid for 14. 12 of them were mine.
My God.
Yeah, the other 2. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. It's just...
What the fuck?
Let's
what kind of life have you had?
Look, let's just say the 2 I paid for that weren't mine. I just feel like some things shouldn't be mixed and that some things should be pure and that... no, I'm just kidding.
Like families?
Yes, like families. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
That's it. So this Herschel Walker gets accused and he goes, no, I never paid a bitch for an abortion. And then they go, what's this $700 check? And... You know what he should have tried? That's that OJ sketch that SNL did, where OJ said the N-word, and then he said, who said the N-word? Just try that one. Just mutter it under your breath, and then run away when they all look.
How obsessive you look through somebody's like checks all the way back to that year. Why would you say 2009?
Now look, I think the reason we are some people's favorite show is because where the media will act outraged that a man paid for a woman's abortion, we will look at it in a more realistic street level view for our audience. We won't bullshit them. I'm not saying that the dude giving the chick $700 for her abortion was a bad idea or that it should even stop him from being a senator. But bro, with the fucking checks, you take some cash out, you give her $700 cash, you make sure she spends it on the abortion, and it's never to be traced again.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think there are just some things that you'd want untraceable. Like, people are so dumb, they leave paper trails everywhere. And I get it, like, you're right, he probably didn't write abortion in the memo line,
right.
But you might as well have.
But how fucking lazy are you to write a check for a $700 abortion? And it's not like it was Herschel Walker when he wasn't famous. It was 2009. He'd been retired from football for like 15 years.
Didn't want to pay that ATM fee, dude.
Oh, I guess that's what it was.
That was the make or break.
Trying to pay to kill this kid that I impregnated a chick with. I'm not trying to pay an extra $350 in ATM fees.
Here's my thing, even if he did pay for it, which fine, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't mean she had to use it to get the abortion once it's in her pocket.
Look.
So, I mean, it kind of took two to make that decision, right? I just don't see, like, the harm in him giving her the money.
As they say.
Because it's up to her, too.
Money is fungible. Mm-hmm. So whatever she used the $700 on, it freed up $700 for her to go have an abortion.
Sure.
So,
but what I'm saying is, like, I'm saying he's not, like, shoving her into Planned Parenthood and setting her on the table and, like, making it happen.
That would be a
went.
fucked up way to make a bitch get an abortion.
I think he's okay.
Just hold her up there with your big running back hands and just
I think
I'll break you like a wishbone if you don't kill this baby. Ah!
I think it'd be more funny if he like got confused and took her to a vacuum store.
Or a vet.
Or a vet, yeah. If you take her to the vet from Better Call Saul, it might work.
Yeah, Joe DeRosa can do it. Yeah. You know what? A vet might work. You just take her to the pit bull sections and spread her legs and let the pit bull sniff the rest out.
You can waft the fetal smell.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The pit bull will do way more damage than, say, some misoprostol will.
Right.
But, both will achieve the same ends.
You might be missing some things after.
Yeah, like all your labias.
Missing more than a fetus.
All the labias you possessed before, Menorah and Majora, will all be wiped out.
Do we get to keep the clit?
Your fucking pussy will look like Mason Verger and Hannibal.
Jesus Christ.
You'll have Mason Verger pussy because a pit bull gave you an abortion.
My pussy's hiding suddenly. I'm afraid.
You were totally fine when you were able to look at my vagina right in my face. But you recoiled when I mentioned God.
I rewatched that movie recently. Not
when
very good.
When did you do that?
You were sleeping. I got like...
You do a lot of things while I'm sleeping, I'm finding out.
I jerk off on your face. That's one of them.
Oh, that's why my eyes don't open.
Yeah. You keep thinking you have like she's like...
Just really crusty eyes.
Try really hard not to laugh when she goes, oh, I've got the worst eye crusties this morning, and I don't have the heart to tell her that I jizzed on her eyeballs.
I was always confused why it smelled like bleach.
Yeah. Sorry. Actually,
you know what? Since
I
you said
fuck
it,
you when you're sleeping,
okay.
and then I pour bleach on your pussy to kill all the sperms.
Lest I get pregnant and you have to take me to a pit bull rally?
Yes, exactly. There's a baby in the jarro. I said a goo gaga goo gaga goo. Paid for by daddy, oh. Paid for by daddy, oh. Herschel's got a baby in the jarro.
That baby would have
Herschel don't play football. There's a Planned Parenthood at the strip mall.
Oh, no.
So Herschel got his checkbook, and he paid for her abortion. I said a goo gaga goo gaga goo. Herschel ain't your daddy, oh. Oh. Baby into the jarro.
You got me.
Anyway. So, moral of the story, I'm not saying you can't pay for an abortion.
It's fine.
Who am I? The fucking morality police? Absolutely not.
Like you said, 14 under your belt.
Yeah, right. Two of them not even mine. So I'm not against paying for a bitch's abortion.
I don't understand.
But don't write a check, you fucking dummy. Don't swipe your credit card. Don't do anything like that.
Can you imagine if he had a credit card transaction at Planned Parenthood?
for $700.
And there's literally nothing wrong with that because if she's willing to, like if she's willing to go get it done, like I don't know why people just go after him.
Right.
But
how about that evil whore who killed her baby? Samuel with $5 says, so where's the goal at? I think you need to give us a DSP rant and beg harder for the goal. Oh, shit, is that what I need to do? What was it, 235? I don't remember.
Thanks,
what
Sam.
the fuck it is. 235 is where the goal's at. There you go, guys. There's the link in the chat if you'd like to chip in yourselves. Continuing on, catching up, a lot of people writing in while we were making some abortion jokes, as you do. Citizen M says, is April going as the fat Jewish for Halloween?
if you can get me a picture, I can try to make it happen.
No, the based straight guy, half Marquis are all right. I just come on my belly, says Just a Dabbler. Thank you for the honesty.
You said you used to do that. You said that you used to, like, when you would actually jerk off by yourself, that you just do it on your belly. Isn't that weird? Like,
No,
you gotta wipe it all over your place. Why don't you just do it in
wipe
like
it.
a
You wipe
Kleenex?
it up. You kind of wipe in this motion here. You
I
cup
know
it at the
what
end.
wiped.
You know how to
feels
wipe
like.
cum.
It's slimy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just jizz into a Kleenex?
Because then you just no, it's
It
aiming
seems
and all that
extra
shit.
messy.
Let it land on the scorched earth and then clean it up later.
Be honest. Did it ever travel farther than you expected?
No, I've never blasted myself in the face.
Damn it.
No, that's never happened. But what do you try to do? Clean up before a hurricane? No, you let the storm come through, then you clean up after.
I have to sandbag,
Yeah,
actually.
I gotta sandbag my titties so I don't get jizz all over them.
It's effective.
This show got off the rails.
Because I'm here. Am I fired?
I'm diagnosing this show with perpetual gay.
We need to abort it.
Decap with Decap with $4.99 says, I'm Decap, big time virgin, and that fucking picture is classic. Well, welcome, Decap. We love virgins on this program or something.
Thanks, buddy. That kind of looks like you if you put on 60 pounds.
Thanks.
You're very cylindrical.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing for you to say. I can't tell you how good that makes me feel inside and not makes me suicidal at all.
60 pounds heavier you.
Oh, thank you to Birdman for the $5. Says, now talk to me like DSP and call me something rude so my donation feels appreciated. I don't know why you didn't do it as a tip, you motherfucker, you piece of shit, you asshole. I hate you. There. Is that, now do you feel welcome? Now is it like, I think now it's like a DSP stream. Anyway, guys, 225 away from our goal tonight. Thank you very much. Decap says, it's more like Aaron putting on 200. I'm one fat fuck.
That's very funny. If you put on 200 pounds, you would be, what is it, 400?
About 415, 420, yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
man.
6'3", 420. You think it would look good on me?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Thought maybe I could pull it off,
Well,
but
he says
apparently...
he's a hugger.
He's a hugger. He's a suffocator, actually, technically speaking. But
More to love.
yeah, just more to love. All right, continuing on with the show. So anyway, I was saying like the Herschel Walker thing with the...
You're for it.
No, it's beyond that. It's these races, like all these people are such messes that it's so clear this is all just Republicans versus Democrats and not Herschel Walker versus Raphael Warnock, or it's definitely not John Fetterman versus Dr. Oz, because if John Fetterman was running against Hitler might have a shot to win if you were judging this based on who's more capable of holding the office once they get it.
Okay.
John Fetterman's a fucking mess. He's a stroke victim who cannot talk, who cannot put together a complete sentence. They have to give him a screen with subtitles on it so he can understand the press's questions. It is so clearly about just a party putting a guy out there and people voting red or blue.
Yep.
And by the way, that's not Fetterman's fault. That's not the Democratic Party's fault. That's our fault. We're the
We've
dipshits.
made it so.
Yeah, we've made it that way where we're like, well, I'm team blue. So instead of using my fucking brain and logic and realizing that this guy might not be the best idea and I shouldn't put my support behind him, well, he's on team blue just like me, so let's go for it. Or, hey, this guy lied about being a cop and then lied about paying for a bitch's abortion in 2009. Maybe this guy isn't the moral compass that we want there in Washington. Nope,
guess
he's
not.
team red. Let's vote him in. Hey, This guy's a total swindler, TV doctor, huckster, piece of shit. Oh, but he's Team Red. We should probably vote for him.
I can't believe Dr. Oz is running for that. I really can't.
I mean, he should win. I mean, when you consider John Fetterman.
I do agree with that. It's always kind of odd when you see a celebrity end up running for something like that.
I mean, Fetterman's got the neck goiter. Guys, people are bringing up
neck goiter?
The neck goiter is the least troubling thing about him. Have you heard him talk?
Is this the person you were calling our dog today?
Yeah. Gordy, when April got Gordy a fucking hoodie. Talk about having a gay show today.
It's a football sweatshirt.
Got Gordy a sweatshirt, and it's got that puffy hood in the back. He looks just like John Fetterman when he wears it.
He's wearing it. Should we show him in overtime?
It troubles me. Well, here, if we hit overtime today, yeah, we'll do all that stuff. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about in overtime if we get there.
Oh my God.
But like, look, there's Fetterman and see his hoodie with the big puffiness right there?
You're not kidding.
Yeah, Gordy looks like John Fetterman.
That's fucked. I didn't know what this guy looked like. Where's his neck?
He had a stroke. It took it. A stroke took his neck.
Yeah, I lost my neck in the stroke.
Yeah, I lost my neck in the stroke.
By the way, I only got him a sweatshirt because he gets cold going potty. Okay.
Look, nobody was asking you to explain.
He's this big.
Nobody was asking, I promise. So yes, guys, if we knock out overtime, we got a bunch of stuff for you today. Zumock, maybe some Opie, maybe some great indoors buffet reviews.
Yes.
Maybe a Gordy appearance. Either way, 225 away from that goal. Let's see if we can knock it out. If we can get under 200 by 8 o'clock, we're usually at a good spot for the evening shows, and we're behind by 170 from this morning, but we'll have to make that up another time. Evening shows are packed enough as it is without us, begging even more. We got a new Black Lives Matter money scandal.
Another one?
Oh, yeah, they're not done yet. Patrisse Cullors was recently found. She's the founder of Black Lives Matter, the charity.
We've seen her before.
She just remodeled her $1.4 million Los Angeles home. I wonder where that money came from.
Yeah, what does she do for a living again?
I believe she runs Black Lives Matter.
And that's it, right? So there's no way that money came from anywhere else?
And no. She was generously compensated for, you got to remember, she solved racism.
Yeah.
So I think technically you should get to take home a paycheck if you solved racism.
I certainly think that should be made of charity money.
Right, absolutely. Last March, Cullors spent $1.4 million on her luxury Los Angeles estate and threw up a $35,000 fence, to keep the black people out.
Oh my God.
She's such a good person, and she's so welcoming to everybody that she decided to build a giant-ass fence to keep all the riffraff away from her $1.4 million house. Power to the people, unless they want to come over and ask me for some of that donations money so that they can feed their kids and stuff.
Yeah, don't ask me for help, for God's sakes.
She bought a luxury Los Angeles estate, but it's only 2,380 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, in Topanga Canyon. Well, what does Danelle Fishel have to do with this? It's the actress's name from Boy Meets World.
I'm grimacing.
I didn't say I was proud of it. It's not like I knew Ryder Strong played the Sean character. I mean, God.
Anything else?
It's not like the guy who played Eric Matthews. It's not like I know his real name.
I bet you don't.
Is Will Friedle.
Sounds like a snack.
Yes. It's a delicious one that voices Batman Beyond. The Black Lives Matter founder has finally completed her extensive renovations, and the sneak peeks are looking swanky. Oh, no. Somebody got an aerial picture.
I feel like you shouldn't be getting caught remodeling, right? When you have things to be fixing.
Look at all that money Black Lives Matter charity money got her. Look at all that estate.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so nice. In a swanky LA neighborhood. Nice trampoline for the kids in the shade.
Oh, yeah.
Nice rainbow play set. Oh, that looks... Hey, wait, is that the exact...
No. Oh, God, that's close. You're right.
That's pretty fucking close to the one...
Jesus. It's the wrong color, but you're right. Everything else is the same.
I think it's like exactly the same. There you go. That's what your Black Lives Matter money gets you. So,
she's got solar panels.
Yeah, if you donated to that charity, congratulations. You paid for a really nice...
And how about that? Yeah, putting the fence up and stuff. Like, oh, God forbid any of you come over here and ask me questions about, where's this money that I need for helping my family?
Oh, how dare you say something like that? Oh, what a bigot you are. Thank you very much to Edward with $20 over there on PayPal. Appreciate that, buddy. 2:05 away from our goal today, so about 5 minutes away from the halfway point, and we're right about there at that 200 mark that we like to get under at the halfway point. So thank you guys very much. There's the links in the chat if you'd like to contribute and chip in. Thank you, Edward, for that $20. That's huge, buddy.
Sounds like a new guy, too. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's it's great to see different names on those screens. We really appreciate that. So anyway, Patrisse Cullors, Black Lives Matter, more tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars being thrown into shit.
$1.4 million.
$1.4 million. On top of the $6 million mansion that the Black Lives Matter has purchased. Mm-hmm. And the multi-million-dollar home that her husband bought after Black Lives Matter paid his foundation money for consulting. God, what a racket.
What did they use that $6 million mansion for? Do they house people who are down on their luck?
They say that they use it for their main staff, meaning her. If they ever get threatened, they can use it as a safe house.
Oh God, that would be like you and I buying a $6 million mansion and saying we use it for our main staff, which it equates to me and him.
It's like Bertaria. You'll all be able to use it. Absolutely.
I mean,
fuck off. Not this weekend.
It's mine. I live here, but of course, someday down the road, you'll use it.
Maybe.
Never.
If we feel like it. Sure.
We're going to put up a fence first.
Just check for the dates. That's all we're asking. Speaking of Black Lives Matter, George Floyd's family is talking about suing Kanye.
Because why wouldn't you? Right?
Look, I mean, if a billionaire says something about your son's death. Now, here's where where Kanye might be in a little bit of trouble, is that, remember, there was a court case.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Chauvin was found guilty of murder. It's it can be a matter of opinion, whether or not you and I think the jury got it right, and whether or not George Floyd died from the fentanyl in his system or the knee in his neck. Now, I happen to think that the knee certainly didn't help.
No, I mean, that's not controversial.
I mean, I don't think that helped the situation, but I think there were also many other factors. It was like COVID. George Floyd died with a knee on his neck. That was one of the contributing factors.
There were complications.
But there were definitely some,
pre-existing conditions?
Pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
With George Floyd. But if you go on a podcast and you say George Floyd died from the fentanyl, and you are a... You're a what is he? He's not a millionaire. He's a billionaire. Like Kanye West is. That's a giant target on your back. Because all you have to do is go to a judge and jury and go, here's the verdict from the court. My son was murdered. End of story. And then Kanye's got to settle with you out of court.
At some point, that's no different than what's happening to Alex Jones with the Sandy Hook thing, right? He said a thing that was proven to be wrong, right? Because, like you said, Derek Chauvin was proven to be the guy that killed him.
Right. Whether or not you or I agree with that, it's the record.
That's the record in court.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're going to sue somebody, why not sue Kanye West? He's got plenty of money.
I mean, I don't know. Floyd family attorney.
I don't agree with
Lee Merritt. Wait, Lee Merritt? I thought they had wheeling and dealing Ben Crump.
I thought they did too.
Who's this Lee Merritt motherfucker? I thought George Floyd was a Ben Crump man.
Did Crump die?
No, Crump's killing it. Probably just finding...
Crump's killing it. He's not killed.
Probably finding another guy who got beat up by the cops and seeing if he can squeeze some money out of it. Joined Monday on TMZ Live to further explain the potential lawsuit that might be filed against Kanye West. It sounds like intentional infliction of emotional distress might be the route they pursue. That's because if you go after people for emotional distress, there's no way to trace a dollar sign to it.
Yep.
So you can ask for whatever you want.
Yep. What do they call that?
Emotional distress.
Emotional.
Yeah, that's what he just said. Is that they're going to go with the emotional distress angle.
Yes, the money's called something.
He says for George's brother, Philonise Floyd, is dead set. Don't use the word dead. Dead set on bringing some type of legal action against Ye, with Merritt explaining he was irate Sunday when he heard the Drink Champs comment. By the way, Nori, the host of that podcast who had Kanye on, has wiped it from YouTube, has apologized and said the only reason I didn't step in when he was talking about George Floyd is because I didn't want him to leave.
Sure.
I didn't want Kanye to stand up and leave. Yeah.
You've got to say that, I guess.
I mean, my whole thing about Nori is, why do you have to apologize? Like, what do you have to apologize for?
There's become a thing where for some reason, even though you're not the guy who said the thing, just by being in the same room, you're guilty by association.
Well, that's the way the media plays it.
Yeah.
But like, reasonable people know that like that guy technically didn't do anything wrong.
He's facilitating the conversation.
I guess. And Nori said he was drunk as well. Yeah, never go down that road because then people roll their eyes.
Yeah, that doesn't make you look any better. Just say you didn't want him to leave and leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, or just say, look, I didn't say anything. I had Kanye on for an interview. He did some wild shit. I would have left it up until they made me take it down, and I would have said, look, I mean, whatever he said, he can apologize for it if he wants to.
Shit, if you really wanted to be a sellout, you could just go down the road and say, like, hey, he was incriminating himself.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Who
do these
cares?
news organizations, did they ever apologize when they had fucking Charles Manson on and,
Nope.
you know, begging to get an interview with him, or Ted Bundy, or, who's the fucking guy? Like,
Gacy?
Gacy. There was one other person that they would just line up. Oh, like David. They've had David Duke. They've interviewed David Duke and people like that. And they don't sit there and hold the news people who interview them responsible for the shit that person says. We understand that that's the interview guy saying that. So I don't think anybody
Right.
should really give Nori any shit over what Kanye said.
Most show hosts will have somebody on not because they expect them to be safe, but because they think it'll be a big interview that gets some attention, right?
Yeah. Well, Obnoxious John Melendez says it perfectly in the chat. People have had Sammy the Bull Gravano on. Do you know how many fucking people he's killed? Mob bosses, mafia people, gangsters, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what? We're just going to, you know...
Just
you interviewed Kanye and he said something controversial. You apologize. You know what that is? Kanye's never going to say, I'm sorry. Kanye has already shown that he's going to take his fuck you money and say whatever he wants. So now they're trying to get somebody. They need somebody's scalp. So they'll go after Nori because he doesn't have enough. He needs to play the game. He needs to, you know, keep making a living and keep the numbers up.
Well, what I'm kind of thinking, though, is like if George Floyd's family does sue Kanye West, Nori could be sitting there like, dude, I have the video for you to win this case. Like, he incriminated himself right here. This is the thing he said about your family.
Yeah,
Like, I would go that angle.
I don't know. I think they're going to throw everything at Kanye they can.
Yeah. Just if you're Nori, just disavow the things he said and be like, here, go use this. Get him in trouble. I don't know.
I think they're going to throw everything they can at Kanye because he's not backing down. And you know, unfortunately for them, he keeps saying these things. I won't say about who. He keeps saying these things about a particular group of people, and then people with companies who are run by people in that particular group he's talking about do the thing that he predicts they will do, and it leaves everybody kind of going, okay, this is awkward, you guys, because yeah, he's ranting and raving like a crazy person, but now you're doing the shit he's accusing you of doing.
Yes, you're not helping.
Like he goes, they run the banks and they want you to say what they want you to say. And then JP Morgan Chase goes, yeah, and you didn't say what we wanted you to say. So get the fuck out of here. Here's your money. Get out of here. I mean,
it's certainly not helping anything.
Right. And then what was this latest one? Something just happened where Kanye got kicked off or removed from something. And you're like, guys, that's not helping your cause either. Oh, yeah. YouTube trying to remove that video of him talking about all that stuff.
Got it.
It's like, dude, that's not helping your, the whole thing he's saying about you.
He's really being the nail that stands up right now that everyone's like, we got to hammer him down. Like he's
right.
too out of line.
Well, but do you know how crazy you make someone look if they go, so-and-so is going to censor me. So-and-so is going to come get me. And then nobody does that. That's how you make him look nuts.
Yes, you're doing the thing he's saying you're going to do. It doesn't look good on you the way you think it would.
No, absolutely not. But Kanye looks like he's going to be sued by Travis Tritt's family. Hang on, everybody.
Travis Tritt?
Oh, I'm sorry. Travis Tritt was... Oh, my God. George Floyd. No, my next story was about Travis Tritt. He filmed his wife feeding a baby deer.
That's wholesome,
oh, my God.
right?
Did I just...
You just said Kanye's getting sued by Travis Tritt's family.
Now, hold on. Am I the first man in history to mix up George Floyd and Travis Tritt?
I think so. I'm writing this in my notes.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, for fear of lawsuit, that in no way do I believe that Kanye West George Floyd and Travis Tritt in any way share any kind of association with one another. So, therefore, here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
I just wrote in my notes dated for today. Aaron confused Travis Tritt for George Floyd today.
In fairness, if you look at the two of them,
striking resemblance. Similar
between
singing patterns.
Travis Tritt and George Floyd. I almost said,
God,
you know what
are
I
you
almost said?
stroking
You know what
out?
I almost said there?
I don't know.
Delonte West.
Ooh.
Oof, I'm falling apart
What is
over here.
wrong with you?
You know what it is? We're over halfway through the show. We're at 2:05 away from our goal. We bombed this morning, so now I'm kind of panicking a little bit. So I'm throwing myself off a
One
little
would
bit
expect you to confuse those two.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
2:05 away from tonight's goal. If you guys feel like chipping in, let's go on a little rally, get ourselves within hunting distance here, so we don't start the week off about $200-300 in the hole. That would be nice. Okay, so Travis Tritt.
Okay, not George Floyd.
No, who is not George. I want to point this out again. Travis Tritt is not George Floyd.
Okay.
And
I think I'm
Kanye
following.
West, no, obnoxious John Melendez. See, now I've thrown the world into a spasm. It's Kanye West, not Kanye Twitty.
Kanye Twitty's a cool name. though.
Kanye Twitty is not. There needs to be a rapper
That's fun.
named Kanye Twitty. But anyway, Travis Tritt, who I will repeat again, is not George Floyd.
Okay.
They are two different people. His wife fed bottle-raised an orphan deer as a baby. And I figured you would like this. This is the gayest story I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty wholesome.
And I figured you would like this. The deer found its way back to their property and remembered the Tritt family. And then Travis Tritt kneeled on the deer's neck until it was dead.
God damn it.
Wait, no, that's the George Floyd thing again. Son of a bitch.
So that didn't happen.
I'm sorry. No,
it
Travis
was the
Tritt.
fentanyl that killed it.
The deer died from a fentanyl overdose, which has nothing to do
Well, she fed it drugs.
with George Floyd.
naturally.
No, that's not, and I don't think
And
that's.
she bought the drugs with fake 20s.
No, I don't think that's what happened. I think we're getting a lot
at
of.
a Cup Foods.
I don't think we're. I think we're getting a lot of signals crossed here, and I'm not setting this
All
story
right,
up
set me
properly.
straight.
So Travis Tritt knelt on a Negro,
God.
and what?
No, you can't do that.
Oh, sorry.
I told him to stop doing that after the last one.
Was that not? Oh, I'm. Oh,
Oh my God, he's like a black woman in a Wawa.
that's. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. But do you see how confused I get
You are all mixed up tonight.
about all of these things?
Racist ass shit. Fuck you.
I understand. Yes. So anyway, there was a baby deer, and Travis Tritt's wife gave it fentanyl and named it George and killed it.
That bitch.
She bottle fed this deer as a baby, and apparently, as a grown up now, the deer found its way back to the Tritt property and recognized the two of them.
That's a good boy.
Because deer don't do this.
That's a good boy. Yes, you are.
See? Like deer, you will never find a deer that does
And
this.
deer's got like chronic wasting disease and he has no idea what the fuck's going on.
He's just out of his fucking mind right now.
Oh, that poor dude.
It's not the deer that they bottle fed. Yeah, you're right. It's just a sick as
It's
fuck
sick.
deer. It's got a brain parasite,
Because-
and it's just.
To be honest, unless there's something like notably like a mark or an injury on him, I don't know how you'd know. You know, he could just be sick. Who knows?
What if that's the deer? Well,
I would like to sit here and believe that is the bottle-fed deer.
God, I got this story for you. Like I give a
No,
fuck
I'm
about it,
playing
and here
the-
you are shitting all
Look,
over it.
I'm playing the what if game, but I will be your sad, sappy little lady friend you have on your show tonight that you wanted to be
Oakley.
all excited.
It's Oakley, their baby deer. It came
It is
back.
Oakley.
It's not a deer with chronic wasting disease whose brain is rotting to shit and just stands there like a fucking idiot while people touch it.
He sounds. I picture chronic wasting disease deers to sound much like Unique.
Yes, exactly. they sound actually exactly like this. Hey, buddy, you come over here because we used to bottle feed you? Oh, that's not good.
Oh no!
He's a good boy.
Oh, look
He's a
at this.
good boy.
He's licking.
Yeah, he's licking. I think he's legit.
Oh,
I don't think he's rotting
just
away.
a spindly little shit.
He's a good boy.
That's a young one still. Little
You're
fork
just a
buck.
baby, aren't you?
Travis Tritt has old man
You're
forearms.
just a baby, aren't you? Yes, you
I want
are.
his life.
That's a good boy.
What, the deer or Travis Tritt?
Both in this
Oh.
moment. Look at that cutie.
Travis
That's a
Tritt's like
good
2
boy.
knuckles deep into that deer's neck. He's really giving her.
They do have draft necks.
Uh-oh. He's flickering his little jaw there.
They're so gay how they lick their lips. They just flick it everywhere. Look at how weird that dude's rack is. That is so not typical. It's not.
The only show where you see a chick commenting on a
It's
dude's
not
rack.
symmetrical. No, we talk about yours all the time.
That's true. Thank you very much to Rupert for the $9.99. Says, well, the damn deer did give him some fake 20s. No, again, guys, I think we're confusing multiple stories. And I'm not saying it's not my fault for saying Travis Tritt instead of George Floyd because I was moving on to the next story. But I think you guys are screwing that up a little bit. 195 away from tonight's goal. 50 minutes left in regulation. Let's go on a rally here and knock that out and do 30 minutes of overtime where we've got some Chad Zumock for you, some Opie, and some great indoors shit.
Gordy will
Ready to
say
go.
hi in his
And Gordy
Fetterman
will say,
hoodie.
yes. Gordy Fetterman
Gordy Fetterman.
will say hello for the first time tonight on the campaign trail. Gordy Fetterman will be on the show. They are cute, but they are very diseased, says D. Gulag.
Some of them.
Loaded Wrench says the deer's name is Graham. Well, you know what I heard?
Oh.
Graham died alone.
Very, very sad.
Oh.
Balls Deep says, I want to tackle it and do it real quiet like.
I want to tackle it. I think all deer hunters at some point have like fantasized about hopping on a deer and wrangling them with their antlers. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Rain says, April, are you attracted to Bill Maher? And would you?
Oh.
What?
Why are we asking me that?
Would you fuck Bill Maher is what
now
he
I'm
wants to
sitting
know.
here thinking about it. I've never thought about that.
Really?
You know what? I'm up in the air on it right now. Actually.
Bill Maher?
He's not attractive, but there's something about that fucking... What is that personality? That smug ass personality. I feel like he'd be a charmer when you're drinking.
You understand he's like 65.
Yeah. There's a lot of hot 65-year-olds out there. He's not one of them. But why did he ask me that? That's
The
so
fact
random.
that you're in maybe on Bill Maher really is troubling to me.
I bet you'd say maybe too.
I mean, I'd fuck Bill Maher, but only because I've
See?
been watching him for so long. Just for the story. I mean, for you, it was more of an
He
attractiveness question.
grabs.
He does grab. That's true. He's very handsy. Oh, man. Chelino says it would be real sarcastic sex.
Hell yeah. And there'd be something like
Okay.
that good angry shit about it.
Okay, new rule. Okay, you're gonna be on top. Okay, what am I? The guy who works all the time.
See, there's something you'd enjoy about that, right?
All right, new rule. I come on your tits. Okay. You don't think that?
No, I think that's very funny.
Triple N says that comment threw a wrench in this whole thing. It really did. Like,
Yeah.
you're not completely rejecting fucking Bill Maher outright.
I thought you meant Rain's comment.
No. I meant your answer.
I don't think there's people a lot more rejectable than Bill Maher, right?
That doesn't mean you have to say yes to Bill Maher.
I never said yes. I said I'm up in the air
Oh, boy.
about it.
Curly Adams says George Floyd should have called someone who cared. Oh, that's a Travis Tritt song. You guys are getting confused once again.
If he had a real quarter, I bet he could have.
No, yeah, if it wasn't a counterfeit quarter, son of a bitch.
Can you pull that off? I don't think so. That's gonna feel weird, like the weight.
See, Rain says maybe means 90% yes.
Is that how all guys think? Like,
I
she said she
mean,
might fuck me. That means there's a 90%.
I don't know. You're gonna fuck a grandpa.
That's not grandpa status.
Oh, Bill Maher's he's old enough to be a grandpa.
Is he married? Does
No,
he
he's
have a hot
never
wife?
been married. No, he fucks whores.
Jesus.
Yeah. Bill Maher's a skank fucker.
Did he ever fuck Bella Thorne that day?
Patton Oswalt made a joke at a roast where he said he named 3 guys that were on the dais. It was Ice-T and 2 other guys. And Patton Oswalt's joke was, who is fucking skanks in Hollywood tonight? The skank community is underserved. And he went, Bill Maher is busy. Bill Maher is known as a skank man.
I did not know that.
Triple N says, new rule. Okay, blowjobs come with a reach around. Oh, right. I'm totally coming. That's about how Bill
See,
Maher
I
would
feel
fuck.
like I'd laugh too hard to like enjoy it.
Okay, new rule. When I fuck, you don't cry. Okay.
That would fucking make me laugh.
I don't.
There's a lot
I
hotter
don't like
60-something-year-olds than that, though.
Buzzy is way sexier than Bill Maher, but I'm not allowed to say that or I will be banned for 2 weeks or 30 days.
Buzzy has cooler shirts than Bill Maher.
Jared says Bill Maher dates black ladies.
Oh, really? So you're against it?
I mean, he's done it before. I don't know if he exclusively dates black ladies. But yes, he is the skank man. That Bill Maher.
He's a skank.
How old is it? Let's see how old April just said she'd fuck. How old is Bill Maher?
I want
He's
to go on
60
the record and say I never said yes, and that's a damn solid-looking 66-year-old.
In 3 months, he will be 67 years old. And by the way, that is not the Bill Maher of today. That is a few years ago, Bill Maher. Hold on.
A lady.
Bill Maher. Yeah, skanks. And black women. Bill Maher 2020. There you go, April. There's the man you want to fuck his brains out.
You know what? The hair's throwing me off. I don't like his hair.
You know, he's half Jewish, and I think that Jewish half comes out at the end of the race, life-wise.
See, he looks dignified there on his show.
Yeah, that's because it's a Photoshop to fuck picture.
Why does he look so much worse on the runway?
Because Jews age like
on
grapes.
The red carpet. Hey, I want to remind everyone I never said yes.
I'm sorry. What do you want from me? You ask me questions, I give you answers.
Who's a 66-year-old man you'd bang?
Liam Neeson. See, that was too easy.
You look guilty.
Here.
Okay, let's pull him up.
Liam Neeson age. Oh, fuck. Tell me, it's not supposed to be a secret. How old is Liam Neeson? 70. He's 70 years old, Liam Neeson.
That's not bad.
Liam
That's
Neeson.
That's not a bad 70-year-old, right?
Here, well, let's do 2022. Let's make sure.
It's not bad.
Liam Neeson is slowly turning into the Reverend Bob Levy.
See, in that picture, he's giving me like prior Clint Eastwood vibes.
Yeah, a little bit of old Clint Eastwood vibes. A little bit like he could be in the cast of MASH in some of these. Yeah, Qui-Gon's fuckable for a 70-year-old.
Now,
how did this show get so gay all of a sudden?
I don't know. It's the bracelet you're wearing. God, that looks good, though. I did a good job on that.
It's got to be the bracelet. Yeah. Well, you know what? We won't be joking when Amaranth's husband murders her dogs. And knowing we could have tipped a few dollars during her pickle riding stream to help.
There was part of me that really wished I could have chimed in on that conversation. Like, as soon as somebody... we never heard him say that he'd kill the dogs, did we? She's saying that he said
No, but I
that,
think
right?
enough people saw the stream and have backed that up that he did say that.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say that sounds like a reach that somebody would say that on a live phone call. I feel like that wouldn't happen.
Guy wasn't fucking around. He really wanted to kill some dogs.
And then I looked up the picture of this little dude and he just doesn't look threatening. You know what I mean? Not at all.
I don't think you should ever take like a small Asian man's threat seriously. You should just let him blow off steam.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Because like if an Asian guy goes, oh, I'll kill the fucking dogs. Like if he did that and I was on the phone and even if he had the dogs in his arms, I go, okay, don't.
Just to me, that's such a weird, outlandish comment. Like it wouldn't really matter what evil thing you did to me and how mad you made. I would never threaten to kill your dog because that's not hurting you per se.
I mean, if I'm Amaranth, I sit there and go, I'll make you a deal. You let me keep all the money. You go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want with the dogs. I can buy a shitload of dogs with the money I've got.
I don't know. See, the dogs seem like a non-factor to me. Like, this is clearly a problem between the two of you. There's a lot. You never want to come out and be that person who says, like, that woman's faking it or something. Because what if she's not?
It's like the person you think is faking cancer. You're like, okay, I don't want to be the first one to say it. But as soon as one person does, you go, I kind of thought that too a little bit.
You're always the asshole if it comes out that she was telling the truth.
Right.
It's just that, with the doctoring of the videos and the text, it did seem a little off.
It's a little fucked up.
And to me, if I was having that phone call with a partner of mine, somebody I'm in a relationship with, I'm not airing that unless I really want to make you look bad.
What if it's a misunderstanding and he was just hungry?
Why would he specifically say that, Aaron?
I didn't go any further with that. I just asked a question.
I don't know anyone that would want to eat dogs, so what are you trying to insinuate?
Look, to each their own. I'm not sitting here saying anything. You're the one asking questions. I made one statement. I was going to move on. I was going to thank Rupert for his $9.99 super chat, and then that was it. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
He says Bill Maher could win a marathon without taking a step. # holy nose. Well, that's accurate. It's a little On the nose. All right, thank you. There's only fly guts on that. That's very sanitary.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I've killed one.
Oh, did you kill something?
Yeah. Yeah, new rule. Okay, if I kill a fly with the fly swatter, you don't hit me with it.
I got you a nice manly big one. It's a nice
cock?
gray one.
All right, guys, thank you very much. 185 away from our goal tonight. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you want to help us out that way. Otherwise, super chats and memberships count. We got about 40 minutes to knock that goal out. And if we do, we add another 30 minutes onto the clock and give you some overtime tonight, for which there is a lot of content.
And I'm excited for it.
I am excited for it, too. It would be pretty heartbreaking if we didn't hit it. And, earlier I knocked it off the goal, but I forgot to thank Johnny G for his $5.
Thank you.
On PayPal. Thank you, buddy. April watched Blacked all the time, says Raz of Chaz. Well, that came out of nowhere.
A lot of these comments are coming out of nowhere.
All right. Curly Adams says, what if the dogs are pit bulls? She doesn't look like the type who would have a pit bull.
No, I guarantee she's got Pomeranians. That's my official guess.
Dogs are very nutritious, says Rain. Chris saying, oh my God, April eats dogs. They're theorizing that.
Come on. I've never done such a thing.
There's accusations being thrown about, and I'm just saying every explanation or every accusation deserves an explanation, in my view. All right, let's get to our last little news story of the night, and then we can get into some of our people,
the meat
as it
and
were.
Potatoes.
We got some Zumock, we got some Opie, we got all kinds of shit going on tonight. So let's knock out that 185 and have ourselves a great day and not fall behind anymore, and then lean into some of these dipshits that we got to talk about. First, the whole title of this is Try Explaining This One to the Insurance Company Without Video. This happened to a gentleman's truck the other day. Before I die, I want to, knowing I'm in a safe place, watch two moose fight.
I'm in. I've got several locations we're going to travel to if that's the case.
Those giant fucking antlers, you would think...
satellite dishes.
You would think that when those hook on, if they just both turn, they could just break each other's necks. Just a dual neck break.
I don't know if it's YouTube appropriate, but you could find the videos on YouTube.
Well, then I think it's YouTube appropriate.
There's plenty of videos out there of like large bucks, even whitetails, like fighting, and they'll end up with locked antlers, and they die that way.
Fuck.
They'll like get into a river and they'll drown together.
Oh, wow.
And
they're fighting over pussy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're locked horns over pussy, and then they die in a river.
They die together.
When they could have just ran a train on the fucking dough, you know?
You know what? You're right. You should tell them.
They could have shared.
Do a seminar.
Right? It's not like they're going to stick around to take care of their kids anyway.
They got to get that sweet dough puss.
Yeah, they're trying to get some dough puss, so how about you both stick it in, and you can save yourself some antler spear wounds.
I really kind of want to show you them videos later now.
Those videos, you fucking hillbilly. Jesus Christ, speak English. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Them videos. Did you say them videos?
You know what? I don't remember. It happened so fast.
Jesus fucking Christ. Apologize to Jesus.
You don't believe in Jesus.
But you do. Apologize to him.
This is demeaning.
You're goddamn right. I had to be on a show with someone who said them videos. How do you think I feel about demeaning?
You know what, Jesus? I'm sorry. Forgive me.
You're welcome.
I want into your sweet kingdom.
I forgive you. All right, let's continue on here. Let's watch these two moose fight each other before this guy could get his truck in the garage. Okay, that's just a cool sound.
It's cool for sure.
Yeah.
But this is
from a safe distance.
From a safe distance, This is cool, but otherwise scary, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to be in a deer stand watching this from above.
I want to be behind a door or a window.
You think that's stopping one of them?
I want to be,
What if they get into it and they totally just ram into your house on accident?
I'll stab them with a butter knife.
Yeah, I bet.
They'll get the hint. So there they go. Oh my God, what a giant fucking animal.
When they fall, man, they fall hard.
Well, they fell right into the first vehicle.
This is incredible.
Not the truck.
Guys, you can both
Not the
fuck
truck,
her.
boys.
You can both fuck the cow.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Dude, you are done.
Who? The truck.
The truck, not the moose. The moose is going to
he
be
got
fine.
that shit stuck.
He just ripped his antlers right out of there, and he's going back to work.
Wait, his ear's tagged.
You know what I like about this?
His ear's tagged.
That's fine. You know what I like about this, though? I like that this guy's a gentleman fighter, and he waits till this guy gets out of the truck, and he's like, all right, then we'll pick it back up again.
In my hunter brain, I'm watching them right now, and they were both like confused as fuck as to what just happened.
Oh!
Like right there, they're both like, oh, that's a noise I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck, now there. That's got a smart.
Oh! And back at it.
I want to see where the one goes down at the beginning and see how bad he fucks up this other vehicle.
Dude, this is a cool video.
They go, oh!
That car's dented
That
for
moved
sure.
that whole car.
Oh yeah, that car is dented as spook.
God, those racks are just so fucking big.
God, nature's cool.
Oh!
You shouldn't have jumped in there.
First of all, what was that tard hoping to accomplish with that
I don't
move?
know. It looked like he almost jumped into it. Like, it's not like the other one threw him in there.
Jesus Christ.
I like that you're giving me wildlife videos, by the way.
I just thought I'd give you a couple wildlife videos. That's it.
It's pretty cool.
Mick Marshall says, Aaron, just play them their videos. That's what I thought.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I thought. Look at those Mises fighting, says John Tard's Dark Brandon shirt.
Those Mises.
Electric Shoe says, my uncle had to fill in his pond because female moose kept fighting over it and murdered each other's calves. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the cows, they're really, really territorial and like protective of their babies. Like if you ever see one in like the woods anywhere when you travel, do not approach that calf.
Oof.
Do not approach the calf.
No one wants sloppy seconds. That's why they fight. All right. Fair enough. Victor saying they're fighting under the Marquis de Mooseberry rules. Oh, that's good. That's good that they're following the ancient laws of combat.
That's very good.
I like that. Triple N says he was going there to recover from getting stomped. JJ Dewey says, did the stickers from the last giveaway get mailed out? No, in fact, they are on their way. They're being ordered right now.
They're on order.
They are on order. Just things get backed up. What are you going to do?
Look, we're a very small business, but they are all ordered.
All right, guys, we are 185 away from our goal tonight, and I really want to lean in to the guys we're going to make fun of tonight. So let's clear that goal out of the way because this next one could take a ways. So I'm really trusting you guys to knock out the rest of this thing. We ended the morning show down 170. Right now, we're 185 behind the goal. If you feel like chipping in, please do. Of course, if we hit that goal, we do an extra half hour of show tonight, and we do have plenty for you. All right. What do you guys want to start with? I have some options here. We could do Zumock reminding us that he was one of the cool kids in school.
That was going to be so douchey.
We have Zumock talking about the Steel Toe Show, but talking about the Steel Toe Show in a way that Chad Zumock often does, which is, I don't know anything about them, but here's everything about them.
Oh, so the Tony Michaels way.
He does it, I think it was the Chad Zumock way first.
Okay, so Tony Michaels
and
stole
then
it.
it was, no, you're right, because Tony Michaels did it with Anthony first. Like, I think he has does he have a show? I think he has a show, and then mentioned all of his minions and everything else.
Listed his resume.
Or we have those two old fucks from the Great Indoors.
I want them for the end.
Who go around and do the buffets.
I want to end my precious evening talking about those two lovely people.
All right, so.
And by the way,
yeah,
Bonanza looked cold and dark.
Really?
And sad and lonely this evening.
Yes, guys, after 48 years of operation in St. Cloud, Minnesota, Bonanza is closing at the end of the month.
On the 28th.
No more Bonanza after October 28th, which is Friday.
And that place,
the 28th,
while being a total dump, is like, it's been one of the pillars of St. Cloud eateries for like a really long time.
Look, unfortunately.
It is unfortunate, but it's like been 50-something years, right?
48 years.
Oh, okay.
48 years.
You couldn't just stay open the last 2 years for 50.
All right, guys, what do you want? Do you want Chad Zumock? Do you want Opie? Or do you want Great Indoors? What do you want first? Because we're 185 away. Like, we're fucked right now this week. So we may not get overtime tonight. It's not looking so good. So let's be careful with what we pick. Do we want Zumock, Great Indoors, or Opie? I'm going to let the chat decide here for a little bit. Opie. Oh, wow, 3 Opies.
I was actually thinking that too. I'd kind of like to cover him first and move on to like my next big interest.
Okay, what I'm
after.
saying is we don't seem to be inspiring a lot of goal hitting tonight. So
Yep.
if we do one, that might be the only one we're able to get to tonight.
If I could only watch one, in my opinion, then I'd like The Great Indoors.
All right, so we got more
Right.
Opie votes than anything, but a couple of Zumocks, a couple of Great Indoors.
I do
God,
realize
it's really close.
Chad Zumock did mention the show, which I would like to hear about for sure.
Well, shit, man, we can do that one tomorrow if we have to. Thank you to Scott for the $20 over on PayPal. Really trying to give us a chance to battle our way out of this tonight. 165 away from our goal. Great Indoors, Chad, Opie. Great Indoors. All right,
Wow.
let's do a Great Indoors. You guys get to pick. Do you want to do, because I've got like 7 of them.
Oh, did you pick your favorites?
I got all the buffets.
Fun.
I just picked Great Indoors buffets.
God bless you.
Look, I do the real legwork for this program. I'm
I
not
can
gonna
see
lie.
that. Wow.
So we'll say, so there you go, guys. Zumock and Opie will be overtime tonight. You will get Zumock and Opie for overtime, but right now we have, I can't remember their names. The Great Indoors with Ed and Michelle.
Yep.
Now, these two, we played their Bonanza video recently, and we loved them. They were just this goofy-ass, fucking chubby Midwestern couple with...
Midwestern as fuck.
They are the most Midwestern people. And they go to buffets, and they are just floored and flabbergasted by the simplest shit. But they play it like it's a Kitchen Nightmares food review.
Right. I want to get in contact with them and go to a buffet with them. Just for the story.
Yes, absolutely. Thank
really
you,
do.
Jive Turkey, for the 20 over there on PayPal. 145 away from tonight's goal.
Thanks, dear.
You guys are doing great. Thank you very much. If we're in a pretty good spot right now, hopefully we can knock out the rest. So let's talk about Ed and Michelle. Guys, you and April are going to get to make the call here. I've got Ponderosa. Perkins.
Interesting.
They did a Perkins review.
That's not a buffet, but still good.
Longhorn Steakhouse behind the scenes.
Okay.
Ground Round review.
That sounds fun.
New China Buffet in a strip mall. And Wendy's versus Arby's Fish Sandwich Challenge.
Okay, if I have to start with one, if it was up to me, I would start with the Chinese buffet.
Okay, so you want the
That's
Chinese
my
buffet.
vote.
We got Perkins, we've got Ground Round, we've got Longhorn, and we have Ponderosa. Let's see what the audience says. New China, Ponderosa seems to be the high mark. Buffet, Phage Live says, I don't care.
Okay.
Yes, there's that too. So they want the Chinese buffet. Oh, we got one Ground Round vote.
You know why I chose that one? Because it's a totally different type of food
All
than
right.
their last one.
There are a couple I want to strike.
Okay.
Longhorn Steakhouse, I want to strike. And Perkins, I'm going to strike for this one. So
All right.
the Ground Round one, if we end up getting to that has kind of a story. They did a video on this Ground Round permanently closing and then did another video saying, no, wait, guys, they're back.
Interesting.
So there's that. First off, thank you, Hulkamasha Baby, for the 25 over on PayPal. Appreciate
dude.
that,
Thank
buddy.
you.
So the old school Steel Towers are carrying us tonight. Thank you so much. 120 away from tonight's goal. All right, let's watch Ed and Michelle from the Great Indoors do their review of the new China buffet. God bless
they're
these two.
cute.
Michelle is the most... Like, you know how Tony Michaels is a big fat fucking waste of shit?
Yeah.
And he won't eat on camera because he's ashamed of himself because he's a fat guy who probably wears a t-shirt into the pool.
Oh.
Michelle will fucking dig into a wingding from Bonanza right there on camera. Michelle don't give a fuck.
God bless her. You know what she is to me? She looks like every dairy farmer friend mom I ever had that makes a mean mac and cheese and fried chicken.
She does. She's a Midwestern farm mom.
I love her. She feels like home.
So we're going to give it a try, and hopefully you guys will come along with us to see what the new China buffet is like for
He
dinner.
had to make sure he got the name right, you know?
Don't forget the sushi and hibachi part. That's
It's
fun.
the new China buffet, not that old shit from back across town.
Nobody likes old China.
No.
Let's get the show on the road.
You know what I do in my professional video? I keep my keys in my hand and I jangle them.
I keep my masks on too when I'm outside.
Here we go. Yes! Production value.
Oh man! Michelle got wet.
Yeah!
Get
Look
it,
at Michelle dancing. Get it, bitch.
Michelle.
Get it, you dirty girl. Restaurant reviews. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that Texas toast looks good.
Eat whatever the fuck that is. Now, remember, the last time we watched The Great Indoors, they got invited to a
cover of
gig from a Foreigner tribute band.
It was a Foreigner tribute band
Yes.
cover.
A Foreigner tribute band, I think, wanted to fuck Michelle, wanted to make Michelle a groupie.
The van did want to fuck Michelle.
Ed smartly turned them down and said, we got a lot of driving to do, boys. So Ed saved the day. All right, here we go. Ed and Michelle, the new China buffet.
Okay, Michelle, we got to get our temperature taken as we
Oh, this was during the height of COVID, so they had to get their temperature taken.
And you know buffets are tricky in COVID times.
Here's the problem. They're going to take Michelle's temperature. They better take it on her head, because if they go based on vaginal mucus, I mean, she's going to be all over the place right now because she's so excited for this new China buffet. Is that too much?
Oh, God, I never want to hear that sentence again.
Is this supposed to be wholesome?
I wanted to be hungry for this.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm sorry. I should have told you. I will not allow it.
Who?
Who indeed?
You could just stick your arm out, too.
36.3. Oh, my God, they're both dead.
Two, please.
What the fuck?
They're zombies.
2 waters.
What the fuck?
Oh,
All right.
they smartly got waters.
Oh.
Okay. When
Look at this. You got to
get
wear.
your food, when you
Can we watch this as a time capsule of what bullshit COVID was?
Guys, you had to put on plastic lunch lady gloves.
Which, by the way, the efficacy of those stopping disease stop the minute you touch one thing and then touch something else.
Oh, yeah, rub your face a little bit and then just rub it all over your friend.
for your food.
Look at Michelle walking away.
Michelle! Oh, no! Oh, poor Michelle wanted to get to the buffet right away and she forgot her gloves.
She was fucking hiking it, too. She was away from him.
Can we go back to Michelle just like, fuck you, Ed, and fuck the camera. I'm going up and getting my food.
Hey, I love to watch her walk away, though.
Oh, love watching her come back. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Like a broken field runner slipping through the line.
All right.
All right, watch Ed. He's going to grab his gloves.
There
Look
she
at
is.
Michelle.
When you pay for your food.
Oh, she's out of
Oh,
here.
she is going to get her.
Michelle, put your gloves on. Okay. Got to put your gloves on.
Hustle up, lady.
Like a doctor every time I come here now.
Yeah, you look like one.
Wait, so they came here more than this?
Oh, yeah, you think this is their first rodeo at the new China buffet?
Part of me was kind of like maybe they try out places for the first time and film it.
Fuck no.
No?
Ed and Michelle are professionals.
All right.
They don't leave anything to chance.
Dead ass, though.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's nothing on this buffet. It's all picked over.
It's empty.
There's no food here.
Aaron, there's nothing there. What are we supposed to eat? The burnt scraps on the stainless steel?
Hold on a minute, April. Is this the before and after of Michelle at the buffet? Is that what this is?
I would give Ed so much credit if he's rolling the camera over this section. He's just like, I'm really sorry I got here after Michelle.
Yeah.
Buffet for dinner.
There's nothing on these.
What is that?
It's all empty.
And their lunch.
Oh, that little sad little piece of whatever the fuck.
And there's no one to carve it for you.
Nope, you got to carve your own.
Why is there roast beast being carved at fucking
roast what?
New China buffet?
What did you just say? Roast what? Did you just say roast beast?
No.
I got to show you them videos. And why is there roast beast? Please tell me roast beast is not something you fucking farm people used to say.
No.
Did you?
No.
You just actually said roast beast right now?
It was an accident, okay?
Are you crying?
No.
Oh my God, you're hormonal as fuck
I'm
right
tiny
now.
embarrassed.
Are you pregnant?
I hope not.
Oh boy, well why?
Because then I'd have to abort. You know what? We'll find out tomorrow.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna. Hey, if I wasn't pregnant, then I guess I'd find out tomorrow, huh?
No talking about the A word in front of Michelle. She's a Christian.
She's going to have a toilet abortion later.
From all that roast beast.
This is fire baby.
How do people not love this show more than any other show?
I don't know, okay?
I make the female co-host cry. What's not to love?
I was scared.
Station over here.
That's full and
That's
hot.
looking good. Foods. Michelle hasn't hit that spot yet.
Sesame chicken over there, the dim sum noodles.
There's nothing in that.
And I put that, those dim sum noodles are really good. They go well with the wonton soup. So it's quite often when I go there.
Ed, I don't mean to criticize. Let's take the music away from your voice next time.
That was starting to bug me.
There's no wontons left in the soup. So I popped them in there.
I want to get the...
Maybe that was a little...
Here we go. This is what I want. I want to hear Ed give me some narration.
God, he's hot.
In my earlier video, they were telling me that you were going to tell the waitress what you wanted off the buffet, and they were going to go up and get it. But after, I guess they thought it over, and thinking that maybe that was a little bit too much congestion, because I was saying that's a lot of people walking up there. So
is Michelle like grazing? Can she not speak? Can she not be seen in this video?
I don't know. He's turned into Red Bar. He doesn't put his women on.
I'm not putting any women on my show. And then 17 minutes later, he's still fucking talking about it.
Although
now they have...
Red Bar wouldn't be caught dead here. He's too good for it.
No. Well, at least his gimmick is.
Yeah.
You know, you wear your mask and you got your gloves over here. And I guess it's all right, you know.
Like, even in the middle of COVID, people were like, this is bullshit. You got your mask and your gloves on when you're up at the line, so somehow that's okay.
I think, is he like afraid of it because he's saying it's too congested up there? And
no, he's going over what they said their rules were.
Yeah,
I've never seen any other buffet take that many liberties to allow people up there at a buffet, but if you're wearing your mask and you're wearing your gloves, I guess it's all right.
Oh, he is kind of complaining about
I would really like to hear what you have to say about the changes that they've made for the buffet here and New China Buffet in Manor on the Lake. Okay, I'm into my second plate over here.
Ed.
He didn't show us his first plate.
Ed, we didn't get to see any of your first plate, buddy. You just kind of dug into that one. You had to go get it. Oh, Michelle, I got to get a second one, for the video.
How about the fact he's on his second plate and he hasn't showed us Michelle's
We haven't seen
first,
Michelle
second,
yet.
or third.
And I usually always get the veggie with shrimp combination. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love shrimp, but that's all it is shrimp. There's no...
Those do not look like healthy shrimp either.
But no offense, buddy. Like, he's saying it's only shrimp. He took it. It's a buffet.
Right, it's a buffet, dude.
Buddy, just don't take that much.
Yeah.
Veggie anymore. There used to be a nice mix of, celery and carrots and...
Well, it's COVID. We can't buy veggies.
There's no mix at all. It's just all shrimp now. And I'm not a big vegetable eater, but when I do come...
No!
What?
Ed, you get right the fuck out of town.
I never would have noticed by that pasty tone of your skin.
Stop it, Ed. You are a vegetable man.
There's no green veggies in his body.
You're a one-man walking vegetable medley from what I hear.
The China Buffet, I do expect some vegetables in my vegetable concoction.
Ed.
All right, guys, make sure we got the vegetables loaded up in the buffet. Ed's coming.
Everyone just scatters as soon as he walks in.
Yeah, you hear that doo-doo, doom, 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 that kind of old West music.
Oh, yeah.
A tumbleweed comes through and they're like, shit, we didn't stock the fucking okra.
Veggie eating Ed is here.
Oh, Veggie Ed.
So, and then Michelle was saying earlier that the salmon was kind of
She was
hard.
mad.
The salmon was kind of hard because you're eating at a COVID-era Chinese buffet. What Chinese buffet even attempts to put salmon out there? In my opinion, that's a ballsy fucking move by a Chinese buffet to throw salmon out there.
Also, it's going to be hard because it's sitting roasting under the fucking lights for hours.
The heat lamps, yeah. You go into a buffet and you're like, can you believe this? The salmon was not fresh caught. And it was not prepared at my table.
I
paid $8.99 for this goddamn all-you-can-eat gourmet food, and I expect service.
I have a question for you right now.
Yes.
This has inspired me. Would you want to go to a buffet with me and do this one time?
No, I wouldn't be caught dead. That's why I watch them.
Fuck, you're not in for fun.
Two things to keep, at least two things that we noticed right away. Other than that, everything is really good.
Yeah, you eat that rubbery Chinese food shrimp.
Well, it's raining really bad outside, so it's a good thing we got our entry when we did.
Yeah, because God
Michelle,
forbid
you were saying that you were eating the cantaloupe, and tell me what.
It's very warm. It's
Yeah.
not ice cold like it usually is.
Yeah.
And I am not a warm cantaloupe kind of girl.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ed likes your warm cantaloupe.
He sure does.
Yeah, don't you
likes
guys
to-
worry.
He likes to extra warm that shit up.
Don't you two worry. If you don't have Chinese food buffet guts after this, you guys can work it off.
That is the hard part of Chinese food. You really can't have sex after.
Can't have sex after a Chinese buffet.
For at least 4 hours.
No.
Something about warm vegetables that you don't like, and there's something about I like cold fruit. I like cold. Yeah, cold that's supposed to be cold, and hot that's supposed to be hot. But when
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, culinary expert Ed. He likes his hot shit to be hot and his cold shit to be cold. This man is a Renaissance man, a man of his era.
I want him to get mad and start like John Taffering.
I want him throwing
place.
plates and shit.
God damn it!
Scaring poor Michelle.
They're actually all plastic now because it's COVID.
I don't know, the temperature to me should be right. That just says it's probably been sitting out.
Are they shitting on the new China buffet? Pretty hard here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's poor Michelle. It all has to be okay in the end.
That one wasn't as fun as Bonanza.
No.
You guys were upset that I like his mask though. It has fish on it.
So what did you think, Michelle, of the new China buffet here in Menor on the Lake?
For dinner, it was just okay. It wasn't the greatest. Lunch.
It's no Bonanza.
It's no Ponderosa.
They liked
right?
Bonanza way fucking more than this place.
I agree. I want to see my Ed and Michelle happy. This one almost isn't enough for me.
This was a bummer.
It's a little bit better. Everything just seemed like it was either warm or not hot enough.
In my opinion, I think that lunch is 100% better, not just a little bit better.
Fuck yeah,
Because
homie.
everything has been just coming. The earlier you come to the buffet, the better. You get here at 11, and everything is still hot. Now, everything was hot here, but maybe it was a little like too hot. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, you know what? Ed's starting to come off as a proper cunt in this one.
They were both all over the place though.
You're being a little bitchy in this one, Ed and Michelle.
Well, hey, you go to the fucking new China buffet and you expect better things.
Look at these eyes. I think Michelle's perioding. She's a little cunty during this one. I'm just saying, that's a death stare.
Do you think the extra bloat from today she'll feel later is China Star, like
I think it's 100%
MSG
that
related?
warm cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Sense like things were like burned a little bit, like crispy, like the chicken was kind of hard, and like she was saying earlier, the salmon was didn't you say it was kind of?
It was hard to cut, and it's usually like where you could use the spatula to cut your pieces.
Yeah, because remember you're using plastic spoons.
I love this. This is what I love about these channel. These two will give you an honest to Christ fucking 5-star review of a dog shit Chinese place in a strip mall. This place is next to a Play It Again Sports and a Krispy Kreme.
And then there's a Cricket Wireless.
Yeah, and a Cricket Wireless, a weave shop, and a check cashing place. And they're like, let's give this fucking Chinese place the business. God bless these two.
I do like these two and their honesty.
I do too. Well, that's the latest from Ed and Michelle.
Ed and Michelle.
On The Great Indoors.
What do you call her haircut?
What
is that style? Hey, that's
Sorry.
Michelle we're talking about here.
You know what? Look at me.
Now who's being cunty?
Look at me. I want to apologize.
I think you should.
I apologize to Michelle.
I think you should
weirdo
mail her a
looking
letter.
Yeah, sorry, Michelle. I'm a fucking
I think we
dick.
should invite her to dinner.
Well, easy. We don't have enough food. Rex, with a 2-month VI membership, says, I hope those two become friends of the show. I do
Me too.
Try not to shit on them too hard.
We've got to be nice. I really do like them.
And also, we have, oh, shit. I lost it. There we go. $1.99 from Gordy says white Beetlejuice. He looks like Beat. Oh no, he does
Bring
look
up
a little
his
bit.
picture.
He does look a little like Beat.
That guy's not wrong.
That's not.
And we love Beat, Ed. This is not an insult by any means.
John Tard's Dark Brandon shirt. I love that name. Says beer on the balcony. To the cute blonde. Come on my program.
That was a joke the other day, though. Aaron was trying to get me to tweet at him the other day saying that we were splitting up. And
People
see
didn't
if
like
he'd
that
come
idea.
after me.
They thought that was
They did think that'd be a bad
very
look
manipulative
on
yeah.
your end.
I want to throw a thank you out to Mark with $20 over on PayPal.
Thank you.
And What's His Nuts with $20 over on PayPal says, come on, guys, I know money is getting tight, but let's rally for Aaron and April. Well, that's very nice of you, sir. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Only contribute to this show if you can afford it. There's other ways to support what we do. Hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, whatever. Don't get in over your skis, especially since we're only $70 away, thanks to your guys' incredible generosity.
Suddenly, how cool is that?
From our goal today, $70 away from tonight's goal. So
Maybe.
It looks like we will be hitting overtime. We will have time for Opie and Chad Zumock, which is very exciting.
Maybe we get one more Great Indoors video before overtime.
All right, we'll do one more Great Indoors,
Yay.
and then after the next Great Indoors video, we will do we'll pass the offering plate around, and then hopefully knock out enough of that goal to facilitate overtime.
Hell yeah.
For tonight. So there's the link in the chat. $70 away from our goal. We got the PayPal link in the chat. You got super chats and memberships that count as well. Half hour of overtime on the line. There's Crew Smitty with $10, $60.
Thanks, Crew Smitty.
Away from our goal. Thank you, Crew Smitty. Very cool, buddy. $60 away from said goal. All right, let's do Ponderosa's a short one.
Okay.
We could do Ponderosa, Ground Round. I don't want to do the Wendy's, Arby's fish sandwich challenge. That's lowbrow for those two.
We might get some sauce on the face, though. That's
I'm not here to see Ed and Michelle debase themselves. You know?
We would hate that, actually.
So here we go. Y'all should do a double date to a buffet and do a review for both streams.
That's what I'm saying, and Aaron didn't like it. Now you clap for even.
If we do it with them. No, if we do it with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it by ourselves. I want to do it with Ed and Michelle. It's a weird way to put that.
I actually only want to do it with Ed and Michelle now.
Goddamn right. Thank you to Hadouken for the $10 super sticker. $55 away from our goal. All right, one more here before we get into overtime with Zumock and maybe some Opie. This is Ed and Michelle go to Ponderosa.
I hope this leaves them happy.
This one, I think this is an older one. This is... I don't know when this one was made.
These guys deserve more subscribers.
They really do. I want more for Ed and Michelle. Here we go.
Welcome everyone, Ed here from the Green.
Yeah.
And today our video takes us to
You can tell this is an older one. They haven't mastered audio mixing quite yet.
This one said that there was a guy who did it for him.
Oh.
one of the final remaining Ponderosa steakhouses left in Toledo, Ohio.
See, now this place is what Bonanza here in St. Cloud looks like.
Oh, yeah.
This place looks more like a Bonanza.
It's the same thing.
But their Bonanza didn't look like ours. Yes, this is exactly what St. Cloud's Bonanza looks like.
We have that same steak picture and everything.
Guys, you know what's fucking gross? Check this out. So for lunch, you can go and you get this barbecue bacon burger or this Black Angus cheeseburger, and then you'll get that, fries, and a drink, and unlimited trips
bar,
to the
right?
buffet.
Yeah.
The salad bar, which is like a buffet more than a salad bar. It's disgusting.
We are here at one of the last remaining Ponderosas.
Oh, Michelle's lurking.
Michelle just always wants to get through the fucking line and get some food, and Ed's just got to sit around and stare at shit.
How many times do you think she's stared at him doing his camera bullshit and been like, will you just hurry the fuck up?
Fucking hungry, Ed.
Hungry.
Let's go.
I'm going to eat you if you don't hurry up.
Devour your fucking bones, Ed. Move your fucking ass.
Menu on the wall here.
Why is he whispering?
Turn this fucking music down, Ed. I can't hear you.
You can't hear him right now, but he's saying, I'm so happy to be at a Ponderosa.
Here we go. First course.
Oh,
he's taking some video of the Ponderosa.
Oh. Yeah, look at them peas.
Oh, God. That just looks like
That
a
is,
problem.
honest to God, though, that's Bonanza.
Yeah,
Right?
and look at the mess. Look at, there's what you were talking about,
Yeah.
all the dressings with the chunks of shit
Right,
in it from the other stuff.
You've got Italian dressing floating in the ranch dressing right now. You've got hard-boiled eggs everywhere and
Some
cheese.
Cheese everywhere, some ham. You got...
Unidentifiable sauces.
I don't know what that sauce right there is. Let's pray it's honey mustard.
Somebody vomited in this one up front.
This one's puke.
Oh, that's sexy, though. Look at that salad.
Oh, that salad is so expired.
Look how chunky they cut their shit too. Like you're supposed to have like nicely cut pieces so you can eat it.
Well, the reason
That's
is
half a
because
tomato.
it's too crisp.
It's half a
because
tomato.
it's white and it's dead. The head of lettuce has died. No, that's two-toned. That's multicolored clam chowder, guys. That's not how it's supposed to be.
I'm picturing Michelle. She just picked up that cup and scooped it right out of the thing with the
fuck
cup.
that. She drank it. She just chunked it down.
Oh, God.
Guys, Ponderosa is not where you want to be. It looks like she took that cup and she just dug it into the well and scooped it up.
That's what I just said.
I thought you meant she dug into it like she dug her spoon in and ate. I misunderstood you. You're funnier than me. My apologies. I admit when I'm wrong. Oh, there's our girl.
I want that poster in our house, like right here somewhere.
Fuck you. That's our new logo.
I fucking love Michelle.
Michelle's my new hero.
Can I cut my hair like her?
I mean, yeah, you will get divorced.
I'm
going to
call it the Michelle.
You can do that.
Okay.
Oh, she took that down.
Clam chowder.
I don't know how good or bad that clam chowder was. All I know is Michelle liked it.
God, I bet that shit's so good. You do. You have to chunk it down. You almost have to like wash that shit down with something.
Over here, and Michelle was warning me that there might not be any available, but
Because she ate it.
Don't do that like it's good.
You can just hear it globbing.
Oh, it's coagulating in your cup. You can see the individual chunks like they're human fingers.
Oh, you're right. That's a potato finger.
That's it. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be that hard, but
I don't know if it's supposed to be that hard. You should never say that about your soup.
No, typically it's supposed to be creamy.
taste it. It's good. It may not look great, but it tastes good.
Dude, these two are these two are Midwestern as fuck.
That is Bonanza / Ponderosa's slogan. It may not look good, but it tastes good.
Just very thick.
Stop doing that, Ed.
If you like your soup thick, then this is the place.
There's thick and then there's coagulated, Ed.
Oh.
It's hot.
Stop.
It tastes all right. It just doesn't look all that good.
It tastes all right. It just doesn't look all right, Ed says.
That presentation, though. Look at that bowl.
Ed, stop dumping that soup into that cup. You do that one more time, you fuck. It's on, bitch.
You can. That's clogging your arteries, right?
No.
Look at this meatloaf meal. 3 whole slices for $8.99. Oh, look at those beans.
That chicken doesn't look. Oh, I think aren't those his wingdings?
And are those tiny wieners?
No, those are
those
breaded.
mini?
Those are mini corn dogs.
Oh, they're splitting at the seams.
Yeah. Those are so like grade school green beans.
Canned.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
What is this front one?
I don't want to know.
No trip to Ponderosa would be complete without this.
What? His wingdings! Ed got wingdings, everybody!
He got the wingdings.
Oh my God, if you guys don't know the Great Indoors channel, Ed fucking goes ape shit for wingdings. He loves them.
I'm going to kill the chat right now for a second.
Yeah?
Flats or drummies?
Drummies, unless you're a fucking
Flats all day
The
long.
wingdings.
The fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got the gloves.
I love this. He's got his gloves because he doesn't want to get his fingers messy with his wingdings.
And what is that mysterious cum spot?
If that's ranch, I'm a dead man.
It's cum colored.
And you know what?
It's blue cheese.
That's why I'm so heavy, because of how many times I ate these chicken wings.
Self-awareness.
That's true.
Oh, Michelle messed up her plate real nice.
He never shows Michelle's food now.
No. That's not an easy thing. Yeah, wingdings are the thing at Ponderosa Steakhouse.
Ponderosa Steakhouse. Come for the wingdings.
Oh.
Stay because you're actually stuck to your chair because we haven't cleaned it since 1982.
Oh, God. Why do we keep showing that?
Okay, the main course.
Wait, they're not there
Oh,
yet.
here comes the steak.
So they ordered, guys. They ordered steak.
Oh, no. That's his 6-ounce sirloin from Sterling. I did say Sterling.
Oh, yeah? You're going to still laugh at my roast beast?
From Ponderosa. Oh, that's a good
It's
cut
like,
of meat.
what would you describe that color? Grayish pink?
Decomposing human body. Dude, honestly, it has the brightness of John Melendez's face.
I mean, did they paint that on?
Oh, God, that does not look good.
It looks ground up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that chicken is not right.
Get away from that chicken. It looks like something from a Lutheran funeral.
If I may redirect your attention, though, look at that dollop of butter on that potato.
That's sour cream and butter. Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah, you know that's good. That's a good potato.
Oh, don't you say you know.
That whipped ass butter is delicious.
Oh, it's the best thing they serve is the butter.
Oh,
no, that's not fully cooked, bro. Bro, that ain't fully cooked.
That's pink.
Dude, look at this part right here. That is an uncooked hunk of chicken that man is eating.
They got sick.
These two definitely and clean your goddamn fingers, Ed.
And can we trim that jagged edge nail?
Oh,
and
Ed's a biter.
choose that middle one.
Yep, Ed's a biter.
Oh,
he bites the corner. Look, it's puffy and pussed out.
That chicken, though, is abominable. Because it's not like it's smoked. Like, smoked chicken's pink, right?
Yeah.
But that said baked chicken.
Ooh.
Underdone.
Oh, Ed, clean your fingies before. Oh, Michelle liked it. Michelle enjoyed it. Ed liked it too.
Pigeon Forge.
A Pigeon Forge. God, he's Midwest as fuck.
So, Michelle, what did you think of your Ponderosa meal here in Warren, Ohio?
It brought back a lot of memories. I had.
Oh,
Aaron, no. I brought back a lot of memories.
Oh, our girl made spillies.
Actually, I think she's pointing to her uterus. She's pregnant.
But look, our girl made spillies on her shirt.
I know.
She made a little grease
took
spilly.
Count them, 2 undercooked chicken thighs right there.
Oof.
4 pieces of chicken thighs.
4.
Yeah. Baked potato, and then plus a salad and soup. And I am really full.
You should be. That's a remarkable amount of food, young lady.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because before we got the food brought to us, I was wondering why they were
She's meat
telling us
sweating.
that they would box our food up if we weren't able to finish it. And I never thought that would be a situation here, but now that I see that
he doesn't understand why someone might need a box at a restaurant. Oh, Ed.
She's got them fuck me eyes
I can
now.
understand why they were.
Ponderosa makes Michelle want to suck Ed's dick.
I think so. Like it's a wingding.
Like it's a fucking
gonna suck it
wingding.
right off the bone.
Be planning ahead that we weren't going to be able to finish it.
But it was well worth the drive. 25 miles
How much
away.
was that? Do you remember how much they were charging you for it?
$10.
All right, now we're getting into the Judaism portion of their review. God bless Ed and Michelle.
I hope they have the biggest supply of Pepto at home.
Ugh.
Maybe even in the car, because honestly, it can't wait until you get home.
Right. Thank you guys very much. We got Bigfoot is Real with $19.99 for overtime. That puts us at 40. Let's go ahead and check through. We got a lot of thank yous to get through here. Let me scroll through.
That means we hit credits.
$40 away from our goal. So we're doing overtime tonight, that's for sure. $5 from Marquise. Thank you very much. 35 away from tonight's goal. Oh, wow, I'm
Thanks,
way behind.
Marquise. Oh, that was nice of him.
Thank you, Marquise. $4.99 from Rupert, knocking us down to 35 this evening.
Thanks, Rupert.
And what else we got? Johnny Chimpo with $1.99 says R.I.P. St. Cloud Bonanza. Thanks.
Yep.
Oh my God, Dan Campbell with $100. Jesus Christ, buddy. Thank you.
We're disgusting. Do you see how we react? Like, that's nuts.
That is plus 30. That puts us, that knocks off $30, $40 from today, this morning's under that we were.
Thank you.
So that puts that at 130. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Dan. That's remarkably generous.
Hell yeah.
And looks like we've hit overtime and we are over. Thank you to Cody for renewing for a second month. He says R.I.P. Bonanza. Yeah, Just a Dabbler is right. Massive super chats. Oh,
no kidding.
Thanks, guys. 120. Now that knocks this morning down to 125. You guys are fucking awesome.
You guys did great. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being as generous as you are.
Did we get anywhere on your Facebook post? Like, did people feel like, just getting together at Bonanza at all? Or did we all agree that just sounds like food poisoning?
Well, here's my issue.
Okay.
My issue is I feel like if we go, I would like to. You and I disagreed on this the other day. I feel like people, if they went, would want us to pay for them to go to Bonanza. Like we would call up Bonanza and said, "This is how many people we have coming. We're all going to do this salad bar buffet thing. How much?" And then we pay. It just feels weird to invite people out and then make them pay for themselves.
Whereas you thought, like, oh, let's just pay for everyone. I'm like, well, number one, probably not the best business thing. ever, but two,
Well, it would be out of it would be out of my pocket, not the business's.
So my pocket too. It would be more so just like, let's all rally together for one last go round at the Bonanza.
Well, we'll see. We may not have enough time to do it with the hours that they're going to have and everything. It's hard to organize in this amount of time.
How about we drive by that place tomorrow and look at the sign on the door?
Fair enough. That's a good idea. And then we'll figure it out from there. All right, let's do overtime for everybody. Chad Zumock. We are on old Chad Zumock's radar. We have gotten under old Chad's skin, and it didn't take much. We made fun of Chad, once or twice?
Barely touched on him, I feel.
According to Chad, we do a whole show on him.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know.
That's really cute,
Our
actually.
little baby boy Chad, little baby radio boy Chad. He has little delusions of grandeur.
I actually haven't even gotten to dig in on Chad yet.
This is something, like I said, Chad Zumock, I said this months ago. I said he's going to be the new Stuttering John. When this whole Stuttering John empire collapses, Chad Zumock will be left as the guy people snicker at. Sure. Because he has a lot of John-isms about him. Number one, the delusions of grandeur. He's absolutely got that. I think he's got like 1,500 YouTube subscribers. His show he did on the 17th has 11 views.
God bless.
And he has a Patreon that I think has 80 people on it.
Okay.
So Chad Zumock is not doing well. But if you ask Chad Zumock, like he's talked on the phone with Anthony Cumia before. He's been on Kevin Brennan's show as like his intern producer guy. So Chad Zumock thinks he's right on the cusp. I mean, Chad ain't giving up.
He's right there.
And he's also got the Stuttering John thing where if you make fun of Chad Zumock, that means you're doing a whole show on him. He has to believe that. Otherwise, what's he going to tell himself? All these people are making fun of me and mocking me accurately? No, you'd blow your fucking head off if you had to think what the reality of the situation was.
You'd think.
At the very least, you'd quit the business. But instead, he's tricked himself into going, Carl, Aaron, all these guys, they do their shows on me.
They obsess over me.
I guess. Yeah, Opie does that too. So Chad Zumock is like, oh my God. Chad Zumock is as if Opie and Stuttering John procreated and their baby Chad was born, and he's the worst parts of both of them.
Little Chad, we have to swaddle him and keep him safe.
Little Chadwick. So here's Chad Zumock on his latest episode of his show. And wouldn't you know it, guys, Chad has heard of steel toe. But Chad has the Tony Michaels disease, where Chad gets too nervous to bring up other people because he's worried it might make him look less than. So he pretends he doesn't know who they are, but then tells you everything about them.
Okay. Never a name drop, I'm guessing.
Not a name drop. He'll do it with Carl because Carl, I don't know, Who Are These Podcasts is just too big to pretend. You can't bring up Carl from Who Are These Podcasts and then pretend you've never heard of Who Are These Podcasts.
He's kind of a big deal.
But our show, like Stuttering John did that reference. We goes, he mentioned the Uncle Rico show, Who Are These Podcasts? And then there's one guy who does 2 shows on me a day. So Chad's got the Stuttering John disease where because there's 2 whole clips, and every time we've talked about Chad, it's up as a clip. So we talked about Chad 2 whole times on our show. And Chad has the Stuttering John disease where he goes, they do all their shows on me.
So
sorry, buddy, 2 clips.
You see a clip and you think that's the whole show.
He has to. He has to lie. And by the way, Chad, I don't know why you have to lie. Nobody's listening. So it's not like you lying to these people is going to trick your 5 friends that you do open mics with that we suck and you're awesome. They should already be in your corner, but it's a quick mention here, quick reference from Chad Zumock on his Captain and Gay First Mate on the Couch show, I think is what it's called. This is a really terrible program.
Seems hacky.
Appropriately. He is a radio guy, and not a radio guy like I was, where we did a talk show and we tried to break all the rules on the radio and we hated radio and it was terrible. He was like a radio guy, like, hey, everybody, how you doing? Let's play by the rules and do a wacky morning show. That kind of a guy.
He embraced it.
Then radio fell apart on him. Then he tried comedy. He sucked at that. Now he's trying podcasting. He can't make it go.
Got it.
Can't even hang on by his fingernails like we are.
Well, I think that's why he keeps talking about the big guys who are supposedly obsessing over him.
So what's funny about Chad is he got caught trying to do the Stuttering John meta, we'll call it, like the hot tub meta.
Okay.
He got caught trying to do the Stuttering John meta. It blew up in his face because everyone went, no, fuck you, dude. You're as embarrassing as John is. You suck. In fact, again, Frank Pellegrino did credit Steel Toe with getting the ball rolling on that.
Sure.
I always defer to Carl, but I'll take the credit. Like, if you want to give it to me, I'll take it.
You'll go to bed snuggling with that idea?
Absolutely. Not with Frank himself. No disrespect, Frank.
Yeah, I heard is he a fiance now?
I heard that he was a fiance,
That's kind of cool.
which is wonderful.
I think I saw that they had a kid.
He's going to be Mr. Frank Mayer. Frank, I'm fucking kidding.
That is funny.
I was only kidding, Frank. So anyway, Chad Zumock is doing his show, and somebody must have heard some Steel Toe clips and must have got a little bit upset.
Oh, buddy.
Here's Chad Zumock.
I've never met anybody as desperate as that guy trying to get something going.
He's talking about Ray DeVito in that clip. Now, at the 5-minute mark is where he mentions us.
Oh, I thought you smelled
But
of
this guy
desperation.
and I think it's some girl. They're like, I don't even know. They're from like Minnesota.
There's some girl, I think. I don't know. No, you know there's a girl, dipshit.
I think some girl.
I think there's some
Wow.
girl, and I think they're from Minnesota. How would you know we're from Minnesota unless you've looked into it? There's nothing about our show that says Minnesota except maybe the way we talk. But us mentioning it and you looking up Steel Toe, you can find out it's from Minnesota.
I understand the confusion, though, where chat does largely call me a man.
That's true.
That could be.
Chad, don't be this sad sack of shit who doesn't know how to play this game. Don't make it so obvious. I feel like I'm hitting a crippled piñata. It's fucking embarrassing, Chad. Just admit you listened to it. You listen to people who shit on you. It bothers you. It gets to you. And then hit me back. Don't do the thing where you just lie and look pathetic while you're sitting on your rented futon and your terrible gay captain hat and your cringy sunglasses. Chad, be honest with yourself, all right? Liberate yourself. Don't live this lie of a hacky radio man.
Say our name.
Just say it openly. Say what you know. Don't be Tony Michaels. That's your goal, Chad. By the next time you broadcast, and God knows you're going to hear this, I want you to be better than Tony Michaels by the next time I hear your show. Chad, I'm going to be air checking you, just like the old days. I'm going to be catching up on your progress, young man. And by the next time I hear you broadcasting, I want to hear you be better than Tony Michaels. Because right now, you're a hiccup away from shouting, drive in, drive out, drive through.
Oh, God.
Let's listen to Chad not know anything about our show while telling us everything about our show.
Okay.
Oh, they're like, I don't even know. They're from like Minnesota. Now they're doing a podcast on me. I'm like, who are you people?
He doesn't seem rattled,
Hey, I don't think he's rattled yet.
He doesn't seem rattled at all. And then that coping thing where he goes, I think they're doing a podcast on me. No, Chad. See, we do 5 morning shows a week and 3 evening shows a week. Once a week, we're going to check in on you and we're going to kick your teeth in when you're being terrible, which is probably going to be once a week. That's not doing a podcast on you, Chad. Don't flatter yourself, sugar tits. It's not going to be, we'll maybe jokingly mention your dry bar special, and then we'll make fun of your show. Your desperate attempt. This guy, what I love about Chad is he desperately tries to get in with the Kumias, with the Carls, with all those guys. And then when they turn him down, he turns all jilted bitch and goes, dude, I don't fucking like those guys anyway. Anthony Cumia, he's like stuttering. He's exactly like John. Where as soon as you go, no, get the fuck out of here, Chad. Oh, okay, Pocky. You committed assault against a girl.
Instant name calling.
Yeah, it's just instant, like bringing up the worst shit you can.
Oh, yeah.
But
what do I have on him?
Right, but you were just sucking his dick like 5 minutes ago, and he rebuffed you, so you had to make it look like you were the tough guy.
But they're all just trying to get clicks, whatever they can do to get clicks and people to watch.
I mean, would you like some tips, Chad? Because it looks like you could use some clicks and some views.
I don't think this other guy understands anything about podcasting. He hasn't said a word.
I don't even think he's a guy. I think he's just
a mannequin.
I think he's just his buddy. And he's like, look, nobody else will work with me.
Sure.
Will you just sit there and nod while I talk about people I pretend to not know?
And wear the captain's hat with me.
And wear the captain's hat, or we can't be gay buddies together. And please wear a jacket from the 80s. I need that.
And that's exactly what Kevin and fucking Gino are doing. They're trying to generate some sort of drama and get some.
Wow. What a couple. Now, first of all, fucknut, you're going to make me do something I don't want to do. April, do you know the thing I don't want to do?
To prove him wrong?
No, I don't want to
know.
defend Gino Bisconte.
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
I don't want to defend
Maybe don't do
Gino.
that either.
But at least Gino and Kevin, yeah, this Chad Zumock thinks that trying to get something going and get people talking is a bad thing. Do you know how many people renewed their Compound Media subscriptions who had let it lapse for years?
Just to see that.
Just to see this Kevin Brennan, Gino Bisconte thing?
Yep.
A lot of people did.
Yep.
So people like Chad Zumock are such losers because they'll sit there with their shitty equipment and their no effort, and they'll fail. And when they fail, they'll go like, well, of course I failed. I don't put any effort into it. I have this shitty mic and they use it as a crutch for failure. And then they'll criticize the people that are trying to get something going.
You're right.
By saying, oh, they're just trying to get something going. Well,
wouldn't you?
Yeah, Chad. I mean, no offense, Chad, but that's kind of what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know if they didn't teach you this in broadcasting school or whatever it is, pal, but you're supposed to be getting hits.
I'm not even sure why podcast if that's not what the goal is.
Right.
I mean, we're certainly not sitting here doing this just for fun.
Now, is it Chad Zumock or am I supposed to call him Oh Captain, My Captain?
That one.
I'm confused. Okay, so it's Oh Captain, My Captain.
I would assume with the costume he's wearing.
So that was his quick little reference to Steel Toe that he did. But he's still a little too bothered by Steel Toe to lean in and mention us by name.
Yeah, just the guy and I think some girl from Minnesota, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
By the way, Chad, if you want to become a member and deep dive into our shit, you can, but we do not accept stolen credit cards, sir, so it's going to have to be yours, all right? I don't want to be involved in whatever kind of thing you're involved in, all right? I'm not criticizing a man for making his living, okay? You do what you have to do. I just don't want to be involved, Chad. If it's stolen credit cards, it's stolen credit cards. I would hope you're over it by now, but whatever you do to support our program, I certainly want it to be above board and legal, okay?
I would agree to that.
All right. Now, what I want to play for you guys now is Chad being very upset at Carl of Who Are These Podcasts.
Oh, no. What'd Carl do?
He did the same thing we did, dared to have a show more successful than Chad.
Jesus Christ. What a crime.
That's about the crime that Carl and I committed. We had a show bigger than Chad Zumock, and he's very upset about this. And he decided to take it out on poor Carl. And he pulled rank on our buddy Carl from Who Are These Podcasts.
Seems like a ballsy move.
He let Carl know, and I don't know if Carl's ever going to recover from this. I wish I could. I might text him tonight or tomorrow.
Just make sure somebody's heard from him.
I might make sure Carl's okay because Chad Zumock let Carl know that he was cool in high school. Yeah.
Oh.
And you thought the captain hat was the douchiest thing he did.
Oh, no.
This is from I Love These Guys. These guys are very cool to us. They're awesome. Go subscribe to them. Let's put their whole logo up there. The Insufferable Bastards podcast. These guys are very funny.
They are good.
They kind of track these guys and keep track of them. Let's go ahead and play the clip of Chad Zumock talking about Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. And let's see if we can find any delusional Chad in here.
With this comment.
And by the way, don't act like... The difference between me and you, I was popular in high school.
Oh.
What's the difference between me and you? You moved on in life, and I was still big in high school.
How old is this guy? 45?
I think like in his 40s or 50s, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say 47, maybe. Like,
yeah.
You can't be...
Chad.
If you're looking to get, like, clout over somebody else, you can't be pulling up your rep in high school.
Chad, this is gross. You know what this makes you, right? And this is going to hurt me to say as much as it's going to hurt you to hear. You're a less accomplished Al Bundy.
Oh, no. That's not
Al
good.
Bundy, the character, had a thriving shoe sales career. And he had a house. Mm-hmm. And he had a wife. And he had a couple of kids.
Family. Yep. Family man.
Chad Zumock can't crack 100 patrons on Patreon and can't get a paid gig.
Oh, well, you're just trying to get something going, and he's going to get there, Aaron.
Oh, Chad, we can't be pushing 50 and talking about how cool we are in high school. Like, that's, like, I can't even make fun of that. You just handed Carl a point. Carl's really good at being a dick and talking shit about people, and you just handed that guy a point, Chad.
He didn't lift a finger on that one.
Oof.
Okay, I played sports.
Oh.
I was class clown, class cutest. I had that superlative.
Bro, are you quoting your yearbook stats?
That is a yearbook thing where, people vote on like, couples that should have been together. That's a 45-year-old man
Is
now.
Chad Zumock quoting his yearbook stats like he flipped over a Michael Jordan basketball card?
You got it.
Oh, Chad, you were class clown, were you? Were you most likely to be on SNL? How'd that work out, kiddo?
But he played sports, Aaron.
Oh, he played sports, bro.
That means he was good with a plunger.
Yeah. Now, did you sodomize the freshman, or were you one of the freshmen who was sodomized? What do you think? Keep it to yourself. Don't say it out loud. Make Chad wonder.
I got it.
I think you know what we're going to say, though, Chad.
Got an idea.
Yeah.
I've always been around the cool kids. That crew is not cool. I know it's your time to shine, and you think you're part of the cool kids now. Chrissy Mayer, Alex Stein, and a fucking 63-year-old drunk Anthony Cumia who may or may not have choked Vinnie Brand's daughter. Your crew's not cool.
Oh, see, by the way, Chad, you mean all the people you tried to get in with and failed? If this isn't Chad oozing with jealousy over what Carl has happened to make, who are these podcasts, I don't know what is.
Right. Cool or not, it's kind of a matter of perspective, but they're all very successful.
I know this, Chad. I know they're not wearing a gay captain's hat while they're doing their shows with some stranger who, from what we know, basically lives on somebody's patio.
For 11 viewers.
Chad, you can say who the cool kids are and who the cool kids aren't. You can make those opinions. But I do know that Carl, Anthony, and Chrissy don't do their shows in a gay captain hat on a futon with poor acoustics. So there's that part, Chad. Just trying to set you straight, buddy, because it just seems like you are Captain Cope. All these people that Carl's running with are the people you tried to get in with, and you know what hurts the most, Chad? They rejected you. That's what happened. They said no. It's not that you didn't want to sit at that table, and now Carl's sitting there and they're all nerds. You tried to sit at the table. They knocked your fucking tray out of your hand and said, get out of here, you creep.
They pulled a Mean Girls. You can't sit with us.
Right. You're Regina George after she was eating Caltine bars. Deep cut.
Oh, man.
That was Anthony Cumia going, you can't sit with us.
It's not a cool crew.
I'm in.
You guys aren't the cool kids. And not one of you will approach me. Not one of you, because you're all fucking keyboard warriors and dorks.
Oh, wow. Is he really pulling the you won't say it to my face? Chad, I'd scream it at you. Are you kidding me?
Aaron doesn't say anything that he wouldn't say to anyone's face.
Stut Joe Jr. Ooh. Stut Joe Jr. There you go, Chad. Right to your face all day. I'll scream it outside your window.
You know, though.
Little Opie. Little Opie.
He would take the wrong thing out of that, though. He's like, well, that just means I'm going to be the next star on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be,
Chad, listen. They do background checks for the Stern show. You wouldn't pass. Not with your record.
Oh.
Not with the stolen credit card thing. But, Chad, Anthony and Opie want to kill each other. They hate each other. Anthony would rather do a show with Opie than do one with you, Chad. I'm sorry, you've got very little upside, kid. Maybe someday when you're all grown up, you'll figure out how to get an audience. But for now, try not to shit on the people you tried to leech an audience off of and failed, you fucking mooch. You're worse than John. At least John brought some people with him from his Stern days. He's probably got some listeners from there.
Yep.
Chad, you tried to grab and leech on from everyone else. They rejected you, and now you're shitting on them. Chad, you're not fooling anybody. You're transparent, buddy. You're cellophane. You're see-through.
Where did this guy come from? Where did he come from? Because I wouldn't even know.
I believe wherever you find, if you take a Geiger counter,
okay,
and wherever you have the highest concentration of douche, I believe that's where he comes from.
Back in high school.
Yeah,
probably.
back in high school.
Somewhere in a high school.
He's got a visor on, and his fucking hair spiked up. Oh,
He's that guy with the cool sunglasses all the time.
He definitely at some point in his life wore a visor with spiked up hair. Oh, Chad.
Carl, I know you guys live in the little bubble, but you go around my crew, which is cool.
Wait, time out, Chad. Who is your crew? Hey, the people who
captains, man.
The people you stole credit cards from don't count. You were legally obligated to be around them. in court. That's totally different, Chad.
He calls his like hangouts the captain's quarters.
Oh, the captain's corners.
Quarters.
Oh, and when they go out and they go to bars and stuff, they're like, oh, what's going to be our catch of the night when they're looking for girls?
Oh, you know that's true.
For him, it's always a 52-year-old grandma. Third generation single mom.
Oh, now I'm just sad.
I know. Chad does have a sad existence.
Come on.
But fuck him. He pulls this shit.
I want better for him.
Carl is my friend. He's my internet friend. We have done each other's shows. I will defend my internet friend.
Imagine like
from the big bad cool high school bully.
Imagine trying to hang on to that one thing to make your whole existence, though.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute, Carl, you better be careful with this Chad Zumock. He might give you a swirly.
Oh no, not a swirly.
Carl, if you're not careful, he might give you a wedgie at recess. Oh God. Chad was cool in high school.
Ugh.
Like going to New York, hanging out with Godfrey and Artie Fuqua, getting girls, and that's cool. That's cool. This Friday,
Chad plays sports and gets girls with Artie Fuqua, bro.
You're missing the point. He gets girls.
I'm gonna get.
What
in
do
touch.
you get?
I'm having Godfrey.
Fucking guys.
I'm gonna get Godfrey on this show, and I'm gonna go. Hey, what's up with Chad Zumock? You'd be like, who? Oh yeah, whenever we drink with him, he always puts the tab on one of his stolen credit cards. He's a real cool guy.
Did you just
Boca?
Godfrey, he's a black comedian. You wouldn't know him.
Hanging out with Jim Brewer. That's fun. That's a good time. Sold out show. That's a cool crew.
Yeah, well, yeah, they like you because you make $150 a night and you still offer to pay the tab.
Hell yeah.
A couple months ago, hanging out with Brewer and Florentine in Naples. That was fun. That's a good crew. Rochester.
I've performed and hung out with Florentine before, too. You don't see me fucking bragging about it. You know why? Because he was paid to do a job, and so was I. And then he was like one of the coolest guys in the world and hung out and drank with us after. But you don't see me go, oh, yeah, bro, you Florentine, yeah, he's the cool. Oh, you're name-dropping Brewer and... You're name-dropping guys you did 15 minutes for, dude. And you're 50. That's gross.
You're certainly not like wearing that on your collar like as a resume, right?
Chad, that's gross.
Your boys, that's not a cool crew. You guys aren't cool. Nothing cool about you. And
oh my God, he's got more gaps. You could drive a truck through these fucking gaps. Not only that, he's out of things to say. He just repeats himself over and over.
It really is almost uncomfortable how long the gaps are.
That half room, I want to see the attendance because it'll probably be little to none.
I saw, by the way, I will attest to this. I saw the pictures of Carl's, who are these podcasts, his last two live events. Mm-hmm. They were both jam-packed.
I can imagine.
They were both packed. Yeah. People fucking love that show. By the way, does Chad come off as at all bitter or jealous here?
I don't think I'm there yet.
Just a little.
Just a sprinkle.
And is it steroids or what is it? Because every time we listen to Chad, he's breathing really heavy by the time it's over.
I always like to imagine it's because he's that worked up that he didn't get to where these guys are that he's so upset about.
But remember, it doesn't bother him. And he's in the cool kids.
Unbothered.
Yeah.
I guarantee they all come up to me and talk to me. It's just those lists. I know you try to manipulate and control the narrative. I know you're the king of...
Chad, nobody gives a fuck about you this much, dude. You interject yourself into all these. Chad's the guy who begs for a fight, gets his fucking teeth kicked in, and then complains that he got hit.
I couldn't pick this guy out of a lineup, if I'm being honest.
Yes, you could. He's the one in the gay captain's hat.
Okay, if we're all wearing captain's hats, though.
Oh, okay. Well, then fair enough.
Okay.
With Reddit, you're the king of fake accounts.
He's the fucking trees. He's the tree meister.
I like how he's talking about fake accounts.
He counts on them.
He stole credit cards, didn't he?
But make no...
Yeah, Chad, you fake literally accounts? Have fake accounts from the people you stole from.
You know what? I don't have a point.
Mistake about it. I am the best comedian in that club that evening.
Oh, no.
Oh, gross.
Stop that right now.
That is a lie. Fucking if Daniel Bobo Curlin is in that room. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
If, what's the weirdo's name who was with Artie Lang for a while? If Mike, goddamn, the guy with the big glasses, Artie's co-host when he was on radio for a while. Mike Buschetti. If Mike Buschetti's in the room, Chad, you're not the funniest comic in the room.
Okay, that's the facts.
Oh, he is
When
bothered.
I go to the Orlando Improv on the 27th.
Whoa.
I am the best comedian in the club that night. The best.
Chad.
I think we gotta just let him have this one. He's right.
Chad, this is not something to brag about when you're 50, bro. You're not supposed to be going, oh, funniest guy at the Orlando Improv. Yeah, I know, but you should be planning for your Social Security checks, Chad. Like, you're getting up there, bud. Stealing credit cards is not a retirement plan.
That's a very solid point.
You've got to figure this shit out, Chad. You got to stop being so jealous of Carl, Anthony. I tell you what, you really got to quit this shit because you're starting to get jealous of myself and April, and that's gross. Nobody should be jealous of April and I.
This is literally a mom and pop shop right now.
We're hanging on like this, Chad. All right? We're hanging on like that, making payroll for everybody every month. Don't you fucking get jealous of us, Chad. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're doing infinitely better than you are, but still nothing to be jealous of.
We certainly put effort in.
Yeah.
Our whole team does.
Might be the saddest part. See, Chad, that's called an ability to laugh at oneself. Continue, jealous guy.
It's a fact. And do your little research, your little homework.
Yeah, you fucking nerds with your calculators.
Go back to high school, bro.
Nerds, dorks.
Worked more this year as a stand-up comedian as Chrissy, Kevin Brennan, and Gino combined.
And even Gino Bisconte makes more money than you. You know what? Fuck it. Chad Zumock, you're making me say it. Peace between Gino Bisconte and I.
No offense. I've seen all of them posting about their tour dates and shit a hell of a lot more than I've ever seen his name.
Chad, you may be working more physical comedy dates than them. They're making far more money. So basically, your only flex on Chrissy and Carl and Gino and all these guys is I'm working more than they are for less money.
And I can rock a captain's hat.
I have to. He's so much like Stuttering John, you had to throw a stutter in there.
Can I tell you something? That was an accident.
Chad.
It just came out of me talking about Chad.
Chad, you're bragging about how you're working more dates for less money. I don't think that's the own you thought it was, Chad. Oh, he's too easy. He's too easy.
The three of them combined, I guarantee I made more money doing stand-up comedy than the three of them combined did.
Chrissy made what? Oh, God.
Did you miss that?
I think he said did. Then they combined did. He's just an idiot. He can't help it.
I don't know.
Chrissy made more on one stream than you've made in the last 6 months podcast or doing comedy. I promise you, Chad.
And she doesn't have a rental futon.
That's true.
She
doesn't have a
nice studio.
Right. She doesn't have a rent-a-center futon. It looks very nice where she broadcasts from.
Yes.
Combined. Yes.
Okay. So there's the guys from Insufferable Bastards. By the way, subscribe to those guys. Go check out their channel. They do great coverage on that kind of stuff. No, people are saying you're right. I heard it different. I heard it combined did.
I think if you were
But other people are saying they said combined did.
If you were to go back and listen again, I think they said combined did.
I want to right now on this show, and this might bother some people, I want to apologize to Gino Bisconte.
I hope he hears this.
Gino Bisconte Chad Zumock makes Gino Bisconte look like George Carlin, and I'm sorry for thinking Gino was as bad as I thought he was.
Are you saying Anthony made the right decision?
No. I still think he's an absolute cancer when it comes to his interpersonal relationships. But as a comedic performer, Chad Zumock makes him look like a Hall of Famer. That's all.
All right. We'll settle on that.
Nate says, we're going to end on this. Nate says, April, I hate your hair today.
You know what, Nate? Somehow that hurts a lot coming from you.
She values you.
I dressed really nice today. I even curled my hair because I had conferences for the kids today, so thank you.
Oh, Cholino is not happy about what I had to say about Gino. I'm sorry, buddy. If you make me choose between Chad Zumock and Gino, I've got to take Gino Bisconte. You?
If it was only those two, yeah, I guess I have to.
At least Gino, when Gino and I were shitting on each other, at least we said each other's shows names. We weren't fucking bitches about it.
I'm taking him for sheer numbers only.
That's it.
That was it.
Cholino says, I'm leaving unless you take that back. Oh, man. And now people are defending you. Okay, we're going to leave you guys.
Look,
we're going to leave you guys a mess.
I do believe that Nate is probably right, and I look hideous tonight.
Yes. We've got some Opie saved up for tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for not only knocking out our goal tonight, but Dan really helping us hack into what we missed this morning. So thank you very much for that. Guys, we hope you enjoyed the show. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk to you again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., Central Time. April, thank you very much.
Thanks, boss.
And to everyone else, fuck Chad Zumock.